right, and welcome to Nat1Fun, ladies and gentlemen, on episode 18 of our adventure into Icewind Dale. Some pretty awesome stuff happening this week going on. If you are underneath a rock and you are not following us on any of our social medias, I will let you know right now that you are missing out on some huge announcements. One being the fact that we are now Dice affiliates of Die Hard Dice. That means we are basically sponsored by Die Hard Dice. So I'll say it right now, we will be doing a lot more giveaways in the coming month because we have a bit more of an allowance to spend on some dice for you guys. So dice giveaways will increase, as well as giving you guys a code that you guys can use to give yourself an additional 10% off any of your orders using dieharddice.com. So guys, if you don't know anything about Die Hard Dice, they are one of the most amazing dice companies out there in terms of customer service and cheers. Thank you very much for the cheers. And yeah, absolutely one of the best companies out there for customer service. Absolutely, like they are always there to help you out instantly. They are very personable. It is not a very like company or business centric thing. You feel like whenever you contact them or whenever you talk to them or whatever, it feels like you're talking to a friend, and that's one of the craziest things coming from a company. And so yeah, anyways, the thing that we like to talk about here though is the fact that we do give away a lot of stuff, and one of the things that we are giving away just this month outside of the Die Hard Dice thing is a set of dice that was procured by our very own Ray. Ray, you want to go ahead and lead us into that?
Sure. So we picked the celebration dice from Valhalla Dice Company. They are translucent resin with multicolored glitter and confetti in them, and they are brought to you by Dark Elf Dice, another great little small dice company. But I'm not going to say that too loud because we're not dice affiliates with them. And that's all, really. They're really cute. I don't have them with me because I'm not in my place. I'm somewhere else. So I can't go there. They are, but I
Speaking
do actually have them.
Speaking of receiving dice from the States, Ray was so very generous to send this set to me. I did receive that in the mail. I think it was either yesterday or the day before. This is an incredible looking set. Absolutely love it. But yeah, Die Hard Dice just recently had an incredible, I guess, reveal of like some new dice that they're doing. And one of them is like the Draconic sets, and this is just the pattern that you see in the Draconic sets. But look at that. It is glorious. Absolutely beautiful. They basically, the ones that they just released, one of them is like very like purple and blue. And it is scaled. Yeah, it has dinosaur. Well, I guess you could say dinosaur. It's got lizard scales, basically like dragon scales all over it. And this one is chromatic, but the ones that they just came out with, one of them is like purplish blue all over, including like the gold outline, and then one of them is very like a pale pink or a pastel pink. Gorgeous. Yeah, we got a face change in order. What do you got, Doug? What kind of face change are we looking for here? So yeah, anyways, some great dice sets coming your way in terms of giveaways. Like I said, next month we are going to be doing that kind of stuff. And then this month I will be announcing the well, I guess the code that we will give away so that you guys can save 10% off of all of your orders on Die Hard Dice. And yeah, I'll be putting out a video here soon, kind of a bit of a skit on top of an ad, if you will, to kind of give you that code. Did we get a face change reference? Did he come back? He just like face changed and left, huh? Let's see. I
Goldfish.
guess we'll just go with goldfish.
You know what my vote is.
Yeah. I guess we can just go with goldfish. All right. So we'll go with goldfish for a little bit as we start this thing. There we go. Perfect. We are goldfish. Don't forget, there is like wizard, pretty wizard, orange, alien, goat, blue fairy, worm, chum bucket, Viking helmet, heads up display, Mandalorian, turtle, ninja, and a banana. So you can always, if you redeem the face change, those are always different options. Okay, well, I think it's time we get started. And if you guys are ready, I think I'm ready. We are missing an individual. If you haven't noticed, that is not the actual Grimly. That is not Brad. And we are missing our adventurous paladin, but he will be with us next week. And who knows? He might join us this week, depending on like who makes it to, or if he basically told me that he might pop in. So if not, if you hadn't noticed, yeah. So anyways, yeah, we will be down at Grimly, but that's fine. It's all good. We got 4 people here, and we're going to continue on. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to get started. So here we go. And I am a fish. All right, and last we left off, I'm gonna have to do this whole thing as a fish. Last, you could see my mustache through it. Oh no, this is terrible when it's up close. All right, here we go. Last we left off, our adventurers had just received all their goods after defeating Brian and the coup that basically were going after the cauldron that was procured by our team earlier on in the adventure. After doing so, they were able to pick up even more goods, as they picked up four more of the axe beaks that will help them travel and traverse through Icewind Dale. After trying to figure out what has possibly happened to Imdra, who had gone missing prior to the engagement with Brian, the team went to the inn to discover that a small halfling had shared some information about a possible lead. They made their way back over to the tavern in the town to listen in on some people there and try and figure out what may or may not have come of Imdra herself. Getting a little bit of information through the halfling who was there, and also, sorry, it's a big loud noise in my house. Kids are running around like crazy, probably still. There was a bit of information that they had gathered from this halfling. The halfling himself asking for a bit of gold, but luckily Kinrava stealing the gold right back after giving him the prize. They were also able to speak to a tiefling that they had heard about previously, a tiefling named Scython. And Scython had a job prior to when the adventurers got there as the East Haven ferryman. The East Haven ferry travels between here and Caer Dineval and Caer Koenig to kind of traverse those areas a little bit easier. But ever since the rime had started, it has come to a stop. Now, he seems to have some ties with Dazan, the red wizard who was put to death here in East Haven so early on in our campaign. That being said, he has also discovered that his ship or his boat has possibly been taken over by some invisible force, some invisible figures, leaving footprints leading up to his ship. Now, our adventurers with this information decide that it's best to probably react quickly as possible to try and figure out what has happened to Imdra to help prevent anything bad from possibly happening to her. As they were about to make their way out of the inn, or out of the tavern, a figure busts in through the front door. A male figure holding and grasping his gut and yelling and screaming out in pain. And as soon as he does, he falls to his back, and our adventurers try and go help him. A healing spell is cast on him, relieving the pain for just a moment, but then in a bit of extremely loud yelling and pain, the stomach of the man begins to move underneath the skin, and suddenly a chest burster out of his chest, and screeching at our adventurers, jumping out and latching itself onto Grimly's neck for a moment until Olanu immediately chops it in half, causing it to die on the spot. With this bit of information, our adventurers made their way out and decided that it's best to take the faster course through Caer Dineval and Caer Konig. Making their way past Caer Konig and into the tundra, our adventurers fell victim to a large icy terrain gap. Basically, the ice underneath them gave way until they were relocated underground via a slide, an icy slide, all the way until they came upon a large cavernous area filled with bones and corpses. Now, the other room that they had fallen into was home to a three-headed icy Cerberus-styled creature. This large beast, meant to be such a detriment to the party, found itself falling prey to one of the oldest tricks in the book, as Tasha's hideous laughter was used to keep it at bay for plenty of time, enough for the team to slice and dice this thing until Olanu finishes this thing off by slicing all three of the creature's necks at once. As they finally made their way out of this death trap, they go all the way to the surface and make their way to what they believe is where Imdra had made her trek. On the outside of the snow, they see a 20-foot tall structure of some sort. Shiny stone. Clearly not the stone of some sort of, natural formation or even a building of such. Some strange magical stone formation. And just outside of that stone formation is a large icy crevice that leads down into the earth. And that is where we will pick up today's session. I really hope anybody coming in new to the stream that you haven't been here before, you just see me as a freaking fish and just think that this is just a normal thing. This is what happens here on the stream. And that's where we'll pick up today's session. Oh, hey. Hi. It's me, Dan. Here we go. All right. So, oh no, you did not, Shiny. Oh, okay, Shiny wants turtle. I was about to say I just went from fish. All right, we get turtle. That's fine.
Okay, so you guys, you walk up into the area and you can see that 20 feet above you, there is this large...
Bloody hell!
What
I'm
the-
sorry, mine just changed.
What? Look, here's the deal. Okay, you see this thing 20 feet tall coming out of the earth. It's made of magical stone. You clearly had you've been able to surmise this, Kinrama. And as you make your way closer to this thing in the snow, let me change the music so we can get some more ambiance here. There we go. This one's good. What do you mean that's one ugly turtle? That's just rude. Your 5 axe beaks come to a stop just outside of this large crevice that leads into the earth. And you can see, like I said before, this large structure in front of you. Now, just outside of this hole that leads into the earth, you see that something has been stuck into the ground. It could be natural, could be unnatural, but it is something like a pole or a stick or something like that. And hanging from this pole, you see that there is a bit of cloth that has been tied to the top of it. The pole's not large, it's probably no bigger than like 2 meters high, but a piece of cloth has been tied to it, and it kind of is just waving in the wind. So what do you do?
Let's look away from the stream for one. So,
The cloth
Abel,
look
I think
familiar?
that's the only way in.
The cloth, does it look familiar? If you want to go inspect it, you can.
I'll walk
Sure.
over
Sure, I'll go with her.
using that one.
You get closer, and your axe beak kind of like just trots up closer to it, and you can just lean over like the side of your axe beak, and you notice that it's flopping in the wind, but it seems to have something like heavy inside of it that's keeping it from completely tattering in the wind.
Reach. Can I reach it and
Yeah.
kind of see what it is?
Yeah, sure. You reach down and grab inside of the cloth, and the cloth itself is it looks to be like ripped from something. It's got like a tattered end to it. But you open it up and you can see inside of it there is a metal coin that you find. Now this metal coin should look quite familiar to you, as when you look at this coin you can see that there's the symbol of a tower with a snowflake above the tower. This is the symbol of East Haven.
Kenrava,
Hmm?
you look at this.
She walks over.
If this was meant as some sort of trap or distraction.
It's possible that Imdra may have just set it down here so that she could easily find her way back and forth.
You will note that Imdra gave you guys a the same type of coin previously in order to kind of prove your relations with East Haven.
This may even be some way of claiming the tower for East Haven, perhaps?
Strange way of doing it, but at least we have proof that she was here.
Do you think she's inside?
Most likely.
As you guys are all talking,
Yes,
yes? You see that Grimly is kind of trotting forward a little bit to get a better view of like the larger 20-foot tall structure that you see like off in the distance, which isn't too far. It's only like 10 or 15 feet away from the hole in the ground. And he makes his way over there and kind of rubs his hand along the side of the building. And the second he rubs his hand across the side of the building, you can see his eyes flitter for a moment. And as his eyes kind of flitter for a moment, he reaches back as if he had just been like shocked or something like that from the actual building itself. And as he does, he goes head over kettle over the back end of the axe beak and lands in the icy ground below, and the axe beak kind of goes wild as if it had just been shocked as well. But Grimly, as he falls, just lands directly on his back.
I run. Take Max Beak and run over there.
Yeah,
Abel,
I'll,
could you
leap
secure his
off.
axe beak? Could you secure his axe beak, Abel?
oh, yeah, I'll try and do that.
Okay, all right. So Abel, go ahead and give me an animal handling check real quick.
Oh, my specialty.
You're a ranger, it should be.
If you're a generic ranger, but I'm different.
Yeah, he's different, guys.
15.
Okay, 15. Yeah. So the creature seems to have been either shocked or something by whatever just happened, or even possibly startled. You've seen horses do the same thing when startled. They kind of rear back and run around all wild-like, but you're able to wrangle it back up pretty easily, as it's been tamed to do so. Leodin, you approach grimly on the ground.
It look as though he is. I would like to check to see if he's alive.
Yeah, go ahead and go ahead and give me a medicine check. Sorry, I almost went back into turtle voice.
Yeah, Grimly already died, huh?
Yeah.
I know, man.
It doesn't bode well.
To be honest,
Check him for any money.
Grimly is just stuck in that face right here that you see on stream. Like, this is just the face that is on the ground.
So that is a 19.
19. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you can absolutely see that he's still breathing. He seems to be in a state of shock or something like that. There's a bit of like hasteness to his breath. You know, it kind of his chest is kind of going up and down quickly. His eyes are still open, but he seems to be almost catatonic. He seems to be almost like looking through you, and he is whispering words underneath his breath.
Can I try and hear them?
You do hear them.
Can I try and listen in?
Yeah, sure. And as you listen in, they are like nothing you've heard before. It is almost as if like some strange language that is completely incomprehensible. Kinrava, you would notice it as more of like an arcane language.
Do I recognize the language?
No, it does not come to you as like a language. It's more along the lines of a specialized arcane sort of, almost like as if he was like trying to cast a spell or something like such or whatever. Kind of like that.
So he's alive, but he's not here.
Hey, Abel, do you have any more rope?
I'll come around with the other axe beak and I'll... Do I have any other rope? I don't. No, I don't have any other rope.
Iceheart, how about you?
Yeah, give me a minute. Yeah.
Because we can just tie him to your back like a rucksack.
You may want to just kind of tuck him away somewhere with the axe beaks.
Oh, these things will probably get eaten outside, so may as well just carry him with us.
Then why do we spend so much money on them?
What? Yes. Why do you think? No.
I was mostly joking, don't worry. But I
It's hard
thought
to
No,
maybe...
you weren't joking. Stop lying.
You can see that the way into the thing, like the pole sticking out of the ground, is actually able. It's pretty deep stuck. So if you wanted to tie something up to it, they can. Oh God, we got a sticker party.
All stream stickers are free.
All stickers are free. Everybody, if you want to use stickers, now's the time to use stickers. Do it. It's all free. Go under the stream and click all the stickers. Go ahead, lead it.
Tied him to that pole and put like something in his mouth just in case he has a seizure. He doesn't like bite his tongue. And then we take this cloak and I take off the cloak of the white wolf or the winter wolf or whatever.
Yeah, winter wolf.
And we wrap it around him. So he's a little more warm and he has a little more camouflage.
All right.
We can
Put
tie
all
off.
the...
First, I was going to say, first off, thank you to Brad Snaps, whoever that is, for the gifted sub to Blue Fire to Ash. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support.
Brad Snaps should not
What was
be
what was
here.
her name? Brad what?
Brad Snaps.
Shout out to whoever that is.
Yeah, shout out Brad Snaps. Abel, you were saying, I'm sorry.
If we put all the axe beaks together, I can speak to them and tell them to huddle close to Grimly to keep him warm as possible.
I suppose
Good
giving him
idea.
the egg treatment is better than nothing.
I don't want him to die because he's out of here, but I also don't think it's wise to take him in when he can't defend himself.
Very true.
Can I?
He's heavier than he looks.
I'll drop down off of the axe beak and go over to where Grimly's body is.
Yeah, you drop down off the axe beak, you land on the icy surface and kind of slip and slide for a second, and make your way over to Grimly where Leodin and Grimly are.
Yeah, I'll kneel down next to him. His eyes are just open.
Yeah, his eyes are like wide open.
Can I close his eyes so his eyes don't freeze over?
Or freak me out.
Well, you go to close his eyes and then he just like, he just reopens them.
Okay. Is he blinking at least?
Sure, yeah, we'll say every like
Okay.
30 seconds or so he blinks.
Just
Okay.
pull the cloak over the front of them so it's not as creepy.
Yeah, I'll just cover his face and I'll start to smother him.
Okay, well, all right.
It was nice knowing you.
Oh, he's never made this noise before. Pull the plug. Okay,
We'll
yeah,
start
you
dragging
can,
him over to that.
you drag him over to the pole. It's not, like I said, it's not too far. And with the ice, you're able to just like easily slide him over.
I'll grab the axe beaks. Mine
Okay.
and Abel's and Grimly's.
Yeah, sure thing. You can pull him over there, no problem. You want to tie them all up to the pole?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, you do so. Grimly just kind of egging it up in the middle of all the axe beaks. They all seem to be a little rowdy, maybe a little hungry as they haven't eaten today.
I will cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah. Okay.
And
What does
then
it
I
look like
will-
when you cast Speak with Animals, Abel?
I go up to my axe beak and I sort of grab it by the head and I just put my head to its head.
Oh yeah, I like it.
And then there's whatever small connection is there. I feel it feels amplified almost.
Mhm.
And then I just speak to it. Hey, Big Bird. I need you to stay close to Grimly, his body. And then I'll sort of point to all the axe beaks. I need all of you to keep Grimly warm. Just huddle around him. I don't know how long we're going to be gone.
Old sailor man, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it.
I thought you were talking to me as an axe beak. I was very confused.
Maybe he does. He says, I could
Old
have
sailor
sworn
man.
this is a very icy area. I could have sworn I saw an old sailor man earlier. I must have been mistaken though.
The ghost!
It's the ghost of the old sailor man. Abel, as you speak to him, he looks around and he sees what you're like wanting and what you're needing. And I won't make you roll again, as you just did an animal handling check. That was really good. And so, as you basically kind of put your head against it and communicate through thoroughly, you believe that he absolutely understands what you've requested of him, and he even kind of kneels down and then begins to cuddle up against Grimly.
Thank you, Big Bird.
He just looks at you and he says, "You're welcome." It's an axe beak.
I think we said the axe beaks at this morning, which was at the beginning of our long rest. But I'm gonna go ahead and feed the axe beaks and make a note of it in the notes.
Sure thing. Yeah, you could just leave a little bit of kibble out for him.
Some axe nip.
Some axe nip.
We bought that, definitely.
Totally.
Hopefully, we don't have
Sorry, I
to
had
cut one
something
of
in
these
my
guys
throat for a
open to
little bit
sleep
there.
inside.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah, okay.
They are literally. I'm almost 100%. They were like modeled after tauntauns because of the weather and everything like that. So
Yeah, 100% tauntauns. Anyways, you see the hole beside you. Grimly seems to be huddled up with his new compatriots, and he's just mumbling away. His eyes completely seeing through wherever he's looking.
I put the
There's
cloak
nothing
on
we can
him
do.
and try to make sure he's as covered with everything as possible.
Yeah, he seems to be just fine.
I don't
There's nothing
think
you can
there's
do,
anything we
Kinrava.
can do.
Well, the last time I tried to help a dwarf who looked as if they were in trouble, she died, so I'd rather not risk it.
Yeah, you could always slap him to see if he's alive.
Kinrava slaps him.
I don't think that's gonna help.
Grimly dies.
Helps me.
I already know that he's alive. I checked it.
Sorry, that was really cute. I checked it.
Well,
Alright.
it's while Grimly's having his waking nightmare as he seems to usually do. Should we at least see how we can get inside of this structure?
I think it's down that hole.
So you look downward. The hole itself, the gap of the hole is about 5 to 6 feet, about 2 meters wide in diameter. But you can tell it's extremely steep, and you can tell it's extremely slick of ice. The only way you're getting down there is either sliding down it, and this thing is like almost a straight down tube for what you can see. It like curves a little bit at one point. You're either sliding down it or you are using like climbing equipment if you would prefer. There is just no way that you are getting down this just by walking down or marching down.
And I think
The
the
last slide was.
last
we should
session we said that we managed to recognize that this thing was not naturally formed, right?
Correct.
Tower,
The tower itself was magically formed according to your knowledge of magical buildings. Sure.
So Kinrava is going to... You know what? Yeah, screw it. She's just going to jump down there and slide. Screw it.
All right.
I'll
Screw
sort
it.
of reach my hand out for her as she jumps.
I,
but
I
she's
want
too
to
fast.
quickly, everyone make note. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. Okay.
She's going to
lovely.
jump. It's magic. It's magic. Possible magic. She's going to jump.
All right.
Oh, that's how we're doing it. All right, and I
so-
follow.
I thought Grimly was dying this episode. Anyways, we'll take
I
you
will
guys
pull
in.
out.
Go ahead, say it.
I'll pull out my
Go-
war pick and jump down so that I can have a way to stop myself on the ice.
Nice. I like that. Okay. So Kin, while looking at everybody, seeing like everybody's kind of like surrounding the hole, like at a different spot. Yes, like kind of across from each other and like looking down into it. And everybody is looking down into it. And suddenly, Kin takes one step forward, crosses her arms in front of her chest, and drops into the hole.
What the hell?
Oh, is that what you're gonna do? All right. I follow.
You hear a bit of and then she's like she gets swept away by the ice.
I just yelled back, I smell magic!
In a desperate attempt to find magic, she dives down an unearthly hole in the ground. Okay. All right. And we move on to our Blue Fire to Ash. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Welcome to the Nat1 family. So we're going to move to the map. And you guys can see on the top left, you should be able to see a little open square now. And chat, you guys should now be able to see the map as well. So first down the hole is our good friend Kin. And Kin, shoop. You take the hole down there
Oh,
for
we're so little.
all but maybe like 5 seconds, which is a pretty decent time to be on a slide. 5 seconds. and you're sliding down. You're like literally like sliding up onto the wall as it curves in one direction and slamming into one of the walls because it sharply curves, and it like really makes your shoulder pretty wow, makes your shoulder pretty sore. That is a tongue twister there. And as you slide down and make your way and slap into the walls, you finally shoot out into a hardened floor, and you like scoot, and you slap a few times on your butt. We got a few hydrates here, ladies and gentlemen. That's about 100. Hermes, I think we got it. I appreciate it. There's no need to spam it as much as you are. Thank you very much for the hydrate. I am drinking amaretto and Coke, by the way. That is my hydrate tonight. Alrighty then. So Ken, you slide on your butt, you come to a stop, and in front of you, it says, the slippery tunnel opens into an upside down room. That's right, upside down. The contents of which are coated in frost. Across from the tunnel is a wooden door that's flush with the ceiling, which used to be the floor. The door is ajar, and flanking it are two identical stone statues that hang down like stalactites. Across from the statues are sconces with upside down flames burning in them. So you are on the ceiling of this building, of whatever you just slid into. You are currently on the ceiling. You look forward, and the door that you see is literally, the bottom of the door is where you now look up. And the top of the door is about 4 feet taller than the ground that you are currently standing on. So if you can imagine an upside down room, the door is still attached to the floor, as it should be, but it's all flipped upside down. So anyways, you see the doorway in front of you. It is ajar a little bit. And you see that the statues to the left and right are upside down themselves. Now, the statues that flank either side of the doorway depict a long-faced human dressed in wizard's robes and clutching a staff.
Magic. So first, she is going to move away from that entrance because I'm pretty damn sure the others might slide down there soon.
Yeah, I mean, you do definitely hear ow! Ow! Coming down the tunnel behind you.
And I'm going to cast Detect Magic while I wait for them to join.
Man, Olanu, I need to change your thing from being a drawing and make that the norm so I can just readjust it a lot easier. Alright, let me bring everybody up to speed here. And Abel coming down the pipe. Alright, so you guys all see what I had previously stated with Kinrava. Now, Kin, what are you doing? You approaching the doorway there?
Sure. Can I get in through it?
Yeah, like I said, it was open.
Okay. So I thought there was like something I had to climb over or something.
You do. There's like a 4-foot ledge that you have to climb over the top of the door, basically.
Did her detect magic detect anything?
Oh, thank you.
No, it does not right now.
The fires and the braziers are still burning though, right?
The fires and the braziers, yeah, they would be magic. So, you would know that these are probably something like a continual flame or something like that to constantly be on like this. Now the fires themselves are burning upside down, completely betraying like gravity.
Kinrava, what is this place? Do you know?
Well, it seems to me like a wizard's tower. This is actually similar to one my father used to live in.
Are there any rocks or any debris on the floor? Well,
There's a
ceiling.
yeah, there's quite a bit.
I want to pick up a rock
Mm-hmm.
and just throw it up. I just want to test gravity.
Yeah.
Just to see if.
You cast the illustrious spell Test Gravity as you toss the rock into the air and it falls to the ground. Spell success, gravity is still activated.
So, but why are the fires not? Oh well.
That's usually just because of the way they're cast. They always sort of go in one direction, no matter what.
Or this. Can I just roll to see? Just to check this room.
What are you doing? What would you like to do?
I want to look for any traps or.
Can I just roll? I just want to roll.
Doors.
Yeah, you can check for traps, absolutely. Go ahead and roll a perception check. Where are you checking for traps in this room?
Natural 20.
Of course it is. Why would it be anything else?
I know. I was like, why would it be anything else? Which means that hold on, that's not where I need to be.
She knows where all traps are and disarms them all.
Wham! So that's persuasion. That's a 26 for perception, and
Okay.
I'm specifically looking around the walls, and then in this center spot right here, since I haven't seen anybody walk in that center spot.
Yep, walls and center spot.
I don't know why traps would be on the ceiling, but
You do a thorough check, and this entry room seems to be trap free.
okay.
You open the doorway that leads further on. You kind of like have to reach over the barricade that is the top of the wall over the door, and you push it open. And when you push it open, you can see that it leads down a long hallway that is flanked on either side by two doorways. And at the very end, you see a crumbled staircase that reaches in to the ground, but it's completely covered by like debris and inaccessible. Hermes MK1, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome back to the Nat1 fam. All right. Like I said, two doorways, long hallway, ends in a bit of rubble. What are you guys doing?
And do you want me to take the lead?
You know, that's probably wise. As excited as I am, it's probably wise. Which door do you want to try first?
First one we come to on the left.
Sounds good to me.
She'll pull herself up through the door.
Oof, you sure you want to take this doorway?
Don't give me
Yes?
this.
I
do
was just at. Okay, so you walk in and you push the doorway free. Again, there's like a 4-foot gap everywhere that you see. There's about a 4-foot ledge that leads into each one of these doorways. Again, completely and utterly upside down. So the doorway being flush with the ceiling, but about 4 feet off the ground. You push the door open, and as you push the door open, you can see this upside down room contains shattered and jumbled equipment, much of it near two heavy wooden work tables, one on its side and the other one upside down. There seems to be a lot of random items and material like all over the ground. Well, the ground being the ground you're standing on.
Maybe some sort of ply room. I don't know if maybe you could find anything like bell components. I'll hop into the room.
Yep, you jump the ledge.
Kinava will
She'll move towards
follow
the other door.
behind.
I'll do a front flip and then a backhand spring into the room.
Yeah, sure. You do one of the you do one of those like run and like place your hands on the door and then kick off and do a flip into the room. Give me an acrobatics check with that.
I was joking, but I'll do it.
We're doing an acrobatics check.
Oh my god. Natural 1.
No, dude! What is wrong? I feel like your houses.
This is gonna be great.
Maybe it's your house. You need to move. I think Leodin,
Oh,
you
yeah.
need to move.
He just
He
moved.
has.
Abel, you need to move. Somebody needs to move.
I
Trey
don't.
will not roll anything but a 1, and Ray will not roll anything but a 20. This campaign is fucked. Anyways, Trey, or Abel, as you front handspring
Dallas.
over the stone, the old
damn it.
stone gives way and breaks underneath your weight, and you basically, you're like completely parallel with the, I'm sorry, perpendicular with the door as it gives way, and as it does, it folds your arms backwards, and you land on your spine, and your spine like crunches over the doorway like frame, and
I'm
it like
gonna
shoves you into the
squat
next
down
room.
To look at him
and
with
go.
their weapon drawn.
I'm gonna squat down and go. So you do know that we performers train for a long time to be able to do what you just tried to do, right?
I think
Great.
there was a bit of ice or something.
Yeah,
You're right.
absolutely
That's what it
knocked the
was.
breath out of you. Yeah,
Bravo. Bravo.
Abel, you
Kinrava
you
uses
stand
minor
up.
illusion to like make one of those little, scorecards, but it's just a 1.
Sure, for sure.
I'll get up and sort of dust myself off embarrassingly. Hey, what's in this room?
She rolls her eyes, puts her axe back, and checks out the next door.
You
Let's
check out
have
the
a
next
look
door.
around. If Kinrava's gonna just kind of search
through it.
around this room as well, just to see if she can find
Okay.
anything.
Ken, you can search this room. Olanu, you push the door open to
I
this
should
one.
probably check for traps first, actually.
Well, Olanu, you push the door open, and
Oh.
as you push the door open, the door gives way and like crumples under the weight of your hand and just like completely falls apart into the next room. You look inside and you see that the floor of this room is covered with shards of glass, frozen pools of spilled fluids, and the wreckage of 2 cabinets. In a niche in the far corner of the room, a metal chest is bolted to the ceiling. Its lid seems locked.
It's bolted to
Oh.
the ceiling, and because it's upside down, the ceiling is the old tower floor, right?
No. It is above you at about 15 feet.
Lanu, Iceheart, can you put me on your shoulders and can I reach it?
Sure, maybe.
So whatever's in there will fall out. Just be careful.
Pick you up,
me
put her,
know.
put you on her shoulders.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Olanu, you piggyback Leodin. Leodin, like you can. I said knock knock. You see Leodin hops onto Olanu's shoulder, and Olanu, without an issue, like lifts Leodin into the air. And Leodin, you shoot up to about 13 feet. Well, you shoot up to about 12 feet in the air, as Olanu is about 7, and you're about 5 or so. 6, I mean, when you're like, sitting on her shoulders.
Can I stand on her shoulders?
If you want to stand on her shoulders, you absolutely can. You can roll an acrobatics check with advantage because of your background.
Yes!
2 1s.
So,
It's impossible.
no. It's a 15 and a 16, which means with my acrobatics, you can pick, Dan. I'll let you. It's either going to be a 22 or a 23.
I'm going to say it's a 22 because I get to pick. Thank you for allowing me to pick. You're
welcome.
You pick Leodin up, and Leodin, with a flourish, stands on top of Olanu, puts her hands out to her side, parallel with the floor, and begins to balance on top of Olanu. Olanu, you begin to walk forward, and Leodin reaches up towards the chest, and you are now in line with the chest.
Does the lock look like it is old and rusted and could possibly be broken?
No, it looks to be
should-
embedded in the chest as like a chest lock and not like a padlock.
Abel, maybe you should go over there just in case. Just in case they open it and something horrible comes out. Or something
Yeah, it
valuable.
could be a mimic. That would be so funny.
Yeah, Ken, as you are searching around this room and you are, trying to get able to help out, you lift up one of the tables in the room, and aside from all the broken wood, the what maybe looks like old cans or pieces of metal and stone, you do find an iron key that seems to be under some dust under where the table was.
I don't need to roll for it? Okay.
No, it's you search the room as it is. I mean, there doesn't seem to be much in this room.
Okay then. She's gonna just pick up the key, look over towards where they're doing
You know what?
acrobatics.
I'll have you roll for it if you'd like, Ken.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
If
Thank
you
you.
would
I'm
like,
good.
you can place the key back on the ground, put the table down, and then research the room if you'd like.
Cover your eyes and spin around in a circle.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm okay, thanks. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just make sure.
She's just gonna pick up the key and then look over to the group and just say, so I found a key for something.
Oh, that might be
Handy
helpful.
here.
Actually, if you want, I can just levitate the key up there and twist it open in case you want to catch whatever comes out.
That's a good plan.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put my hand on the lid,
Mm-hmm.
hold it.
So you don't want to do a backflip off and make a pose?
That was going to be how I was going to get down. Yeah.
Okay, Kinrava's just going to cast Mage Hand and levitate the key up there and see if she can put the key in the
Yeah, sure.
chest.
Without an issue, your mage hand emanates and or propagates, if you will, and grabs the key and floats on up to the chest. It takes you a few tries. You knock the key into the metal and hit the wood and scrape it. If you, Leodin kind of guides the key with her hand until it locks into place. Leodin holding the top of the chest. Kin, you take the hand and twist the key, and you hear.
Oh. Okay.
Leodin, you feel the lid is a little bit heavier now for that after that.
So, can we back up just a step that way? So I can
Back up.
see what's in there. And I want to open the lid just a little bit and see if I can open it without having everything fall.
You're gonna slowly open the lid. Yeah, as you slowly open the lid, on the underside of the lid, you hear glass rolling around. And you can't see it because it's above you, but you hear the sound of glass across wood.
I'm just gonna try and reach in there and grab them out, then hand them down to Olanu. However many there are.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check. Just a straight dexterity.
Can I have my Mage Hand float a little bit under it just so I see if I can possibly catch anything that might fall out?
Mm-hmm.
18.
Why was I
18?
worried?
18 dexterity?
I don't know. I don't know why you were worried.
So
I don't know you know.
you take your hand and you roll it across the top, and you have to open the lid quite a bit to get it to your level to where you can actually start reaching into it. And as you are lifting it, you feel Olanu is just kind of fidgeting underneath you, causing you to move a little bit. And you roll it down, and the glass begins to roll towards the opening of the lid where you are currently holding it. And you have to place your hands up as 4 glass vials begin to pour out towards you, and you place your hand there and you hear a clink 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 with glass, and you're now holding 4 glass vials, and you very carefully bring them down to your chest level and put your hand back out to the side to balance.
So, since they're glass, I'm not gonna do the dismount that I wanted to do. Iceheart, would you mind holding my ankles?
Right, yeah.
I would
I'm
hope
going
she was
to-
holding your ankles already. She's just standing there, arms crossed, with you standing on her shoulders.
Yes,
is
that's
humiliating.
actually how I imagined it. But okay.
She's just flexing.
Just taking turns, flexing her
Don style.
Hell yeah.
abs.
So, and then would you mind? I'm gonna squat down, not like all the way, just some of the way,
Mhm.
and say, "Okay, you can let go." And then I'm going to reach down and just pass the vials to Kinrava
Okay.
and climb down off of Iceheart.
All right. So, with a bit of literal acrobatics, you are able to gather these 4 glass vials from this chest.
All right then.
Yeah. Each one of these vials.
What did we get?
You look into each
Look
one
at
of them. You see one has a swirling green and yellow, almost like as if you had poured like mica powder into resin. Look into it. It's a very shiny yellow and green liquid. And then the next one is the same, but it is blue and white. This third one is of red and orange, and the last one is of black and gray. Hermes says this is hydrate for the characters. Drink them all.
And we die. Well, one of us does.
Each one of these vials is probably no more than like yay big, and they are cylindrical.
All right. That was fun.
Do
I don't
you
often
want
get to
me?
do things like that.
Do you want me to quickly see if I can identify?
Really wouldn't be a bad idea if you can.
How long will that take?
Actually, with all the scribes, only a minute.
Up to you guys. How do you want to do it?
Let's searching the room, and then you can do your thing.
All right then. I'll do my thing then after we search the other rooms.
Okay.
No, you do your thing. We'll
No.
just search the room.
No.
No, she says.
Right, fine.
Okay.
Shall we go check that other door?
Yes.
You easily climb
Wait.
over the broken down door that Abel was able to destroy on his way into the room and make your way to the opposite side of the hallway.
You know,
Silver
Abel,
linings.
perhaps you should ask Leodin for some lessons. She seemed to do it.
Yeah.
I see some
Yeah.
pinging going on there. What's going on?
Years of training. I just want to make sure that's does that look like a wall? Does that look like a crumbled in wall?
It looks like a tiny little
Because on roll
alcove
20.
in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a tiny little alcove that ends in a bit of rubble.
Perfect. I was like, roll 20 looks weird on my end, and I want to make sure I'm not missing something like a door.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Olanu, you can tell that this door is also
explodes.
ajar.
Weird.
You would think it's a door, but it's ajar. And
But
you
it's
push it
ajar.
open.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You push it open, and when you do, you see that tall bookshelves affixed to the outer wall have spilled their contents onto the ceiling-turned floor. A large table lies on its side, one leg broken, and a 5-foot-wide tunnel into the floor to the east leads downward.
Kinrava instantly runs over to the bookcases and starts looking for anything that's there.
No,
Okay.
they're on the floor, dear.
Yeah, the bookcases
Yeah,
are. So
Well,
Kinrava gets on
okay.
her hands and knees and begins to search the ground as if candy has been tossed on the ground for a child.
Yes,
And-
instantly.
She finds a book that is like you know, the glorious wonders of how to talk to a squirrel. One of them is, you know, the ins and outs of the gnomish language. And then you, as you're like tossing them over your shoulder, whoosh, whoosh, you see one called the Magical Wonders of Netheril. You kind of put that onto the side and you continue to look and you see one that's the Mysteries of the Farim, spelled P-H-A-E-R-I-M-M.
Okay.
You look around and you find one called the Seditious Dragonborn Bard. You throw it over your shoulder and you find one that's you toss it over your shoulder and it's like in the air as the papers like whirl, but as soon as it gets to Leodin, she like grabs it and closes it shut and she just kind of tucks it away.
Yep.
You move it around and you shuffle through more loose papers and books and you find one called The Wizards in the Hollow.
Huh. I'll take those 3 serious sounding books that I found.
Sure.
Is there anything else in here, like any possible books?
Yeah, you find one book that seems to be underneath the broken end of the table that is kind of like held up by the table itself, and you pluck it and it says The Traveler's Guide to Earthroot.
There's no spell books.
Kinrava, you would note Earthroot as a very prominent area in the Underdark.
She'll pocket that one then. Is there any spell books?
No spell books.
Damn it. She'll just pocket the books and just say, well,
Are we gonna go down that hole?
Are you just gonna pocket all of the books?
Right.
Oh.
The serious sounding ones, yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's a stack of books, and they're like 4 very large books, and you're looking at a stack like probably the size of your backpack.
She'll put them all in the backpack then. She'll just put them all in the backpack.
Yeah, you are.
These are like crack
full
to
up to
her.
the brim with books. You have to.
These are like crack to her.
You have to put like one of your rations like tucked it into your belt. The Magical Wonders of Netheril. Are there any spell books?
We should probably, the whole.
Anything anybody else wants to do besides Kinrava frantically brushing the ground?
I'll just go over to the hole and just look down to see how far down it dropped.
You look down, the hole seems to drop about 15 feet or so into another room, a compartment below.
And does it look like it's climbable, or do we just have to drop?
Definitely looks like you need to either have some sort of climbing equipment, or if you drop, you're gonna just drop like a rock. Does anybody have any climbing equipment with them?
And does anybody
pins,
have any
rope?
climbing equipment?
I do have rope.
No, we had to give the pittons back. We just have crampons.
The crampons will help. I mean, the crampons will definitely help, but those are just basically to keep your footing.
Didn't we have pittons back when, like a few pittons back when we went into that hag cave?
Well, I will tell you this. I will tell you this. With a rope and crampons, you essentially have a way to climb this thing. Rappel down this thing, yeah.
We all have crampons.
Correct.
Yes.
Also, did we lose Olanu because everything
We
is
did
all crazy
lose
big?
Olanu.
I think she's on her way back now.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
she
can
said her
fix that.
internet went out.
1 second. Oh,
Yeah.
internet went out. That's wonderful. All right, there's nothing we can do to fix this. 1 second, guys. It's just the way it is. I know the cameras are all jacked.
While, nabbit. We're waiting on Iceheart. Can I just look around the room for anything other than books?
Yep.
And while we're waiting, can I actually try identifying the grey and the black and grey one? I think you said black and grey potion vial we got.
Okay. Identify, is that a singular item or is that like a... Yeah, singular item. So you're gonna have to use identify twice in order to do so.
For the potion vial?
For the vial, well, I'm sorry, if you're wanting to do more than one vial. I know you stated that you wanted to do one vial.
Oh no, just one vial.
But if you want to continue doing, then yeah, you're gonna have to identify
Okay,
more.
yeah.
Anyways, so hey, looks like we have a alley back. So you can cast your identify. You cast identify on the what? The gray and black?
Yeah, the grey and black one.
Okay, so you cast identify on it, and it comes back to you as a potion of resistance for a thing. Potion of resistance
That's my favorite.
of force damage.
Oh.
What in the world?
Now, you'll note that in every single room there are sconces filled with upside down flame. So this everywhere is lit with a eerie like blue.
What were the colors of the other potions again?
One
We
of
have-
them was
go ahead.
red and orange. One of them was blue and white, and one of them was green and yellow.
Okay. Oh, okay then. Yeah.
Sound good?
Yep. So
Okay.
with rope and crampons we can get down?
Yeah, you believe that with rope and crampons that you could probably access the lower levels. Also, is Allie frozen for you guys, or is that just me? Maybe I need to unlock her webcam.
Been very slowly. Like there's some
Moving very
She's moving very slowly.
yeah.
Can you talk, Ali?
I believe that's a negative. Loch Ness with a hydrate, guys. Oh no, everybody's frozen on my screen now. Son of a bitch. This is what happens whenever I try to help. Jacks everything up. Okay. Think we're good. Think we're back to normal. How would you like to get down the hole? So you got rope and crampons. Are you just gonna be doing that there?
Sure. Why not?
What do you tie the rope to?
Can we reach one of the sconces on the wall?
Yeah.
You want to reach for one of the sconces? Yeah, sure. Why not? You get close and you notice that the fire does not burn hot.
Well, that's nice. Also weird.
You tie your rope around it and you drop it down the hole. It lands with a bit of a thud when it lands on the ground below. What you guys doing?
The
Are we,
level
are, we, are, we
is
just, are we just waiting for Allie here, or what's going on?
It's sort of.
You guys hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, there
we're-
we go.
We
Yeah.
just
We
heard
can.
you for the first time.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Here we go.
Not spotting from my phone.
Wow.
My
Okay.
internet went out.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sucks. Bad timing.
Yep.
All right,
I
so
will-
yeah. Go
Yep.
ahead.
Go
Take it
down
away.
the hole.
All right,
Nice,
who's
Hawk,
first?
you want to go first
Uh,
again?
Do you want to secure it to that lantern, or I have pittance as well?
Oh. Well, we've secured it to the
She-
brazier, so we should be alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
you
gonna
believe that.
test her weight against it first.
Yeah, you feel the rope is sturdy enough to hold you.
Okay. and then she'll kind of slowly lower herself down, keeping her feet against the side of the tunnel.
Okay. You slide down the tunnel, and you pop out of the roof on the other side of the hole, which leads you over here to the area on the right. And you can lead your characters there as you progress into the room. So, Olana, you make your way down. And Olana, the first thing you see, as everybody else is making their way down, you see that this room contains 2 metal cages, both badly damaged. Nearby, 2 roughly dug tunnels, one in the ceiling and one in the floor. Of course, the one you just climbed out of, and the one that leads down even further. Narrow windows along the bowed outer wall afford you a glimpse of the earth into which this structure has impaled itself. You also see, of course, 2 doors.
I'm gonna kind of move out of the way and head over to the closest door.
Mm-hmm. In one of the cages, you see that there is a corpse of some sort.
Ken, there's a dead thing.
And you move towards the door?
Yes.
Okay. What do you want me to do about it again?
You like collecting parts.
When I need to.
Goal.
I'll go and look at the corpse, I guess.
You do kind of like
Now look, I didn't write the components I need for these spells, alright?
Kinrava, go ahead and roll me a intelligence nature check, please.
Oh, that ain't good. That ain't good at all. That's 10.
Okay. You note that the creature inside of the cage is chitinous in nature. It is not like bones or anything like that. You see that
off the alley again.
Okay. You see that the body itself is chitinous. It's almost insect-like. But you're not sure exactly what it is. All you do know is that creatures like this used to probably roam around the Underdark.
You know, I'm starting to sense a theme here. Those statues we saw back out there, they were human again, right?
They were human.
At the front? Okay,
Yes.
just making sure.
Does that
Oh, is
body
your
seem
instinct?
familiar to me at all? Since I have a very vague connection to that place.
Sure. Try it. Go and give me a nature
But it's
check.
just nature?
Yep.
Oh, so great.
Yep.
6 on the nature.
Okay. You know that it's dead.
Got it. Cool.
Let's see. Well, it's dead. Yeah, it's dead. Although this seems to have come from the Underdark, that's all I can tell you.
It doesn't look like anything from my dreams of my dad.
Negative.
Got it.
Lanu's gonna open the door that's in front of her, assuming that there's a door.
You're gonna what? When?
Open the door that's in front of her?
Sure. So you pop the door open. The door again seems to be open. And do. There we go. You open your door into this chamber, and you see an upside-down table sits in the middle of this room, and books are scattered around it. Clinging to the bowed outer wall is an upside-down fireplace. Along that same wall is a window with nothing but hard-packed earth beyond it. So you see that this whole room is upside down, the table lying upside down, the fireplace is on the ceiling. and that there is a faint blue glow coming from all of the sconces on the wall upside down.
It's another upside down room.
I think they're all going to be upside down.
Can I search this
Probably.
first place we were in just to see if I can find anything else?
You want to search which room?
The one with the cages, just to see if there's anything else I can find.
Ah, yeah. That is... you do not see anything in particular in this room, outside of what is clearly there.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. This also, I would like to show you this artwork because it's really pretty and it deserves to be shown. I just need to find it. Carry on. What would you like to do in this next room while I search for the artwork?
Can I try searching that one as well, then? I don't know, I'm just searching all of these rooms right now.
Yeah.
I love it.
So this is a room currently. You see the fireplace in the back. You see that there's like an upside down table and some other crap on the ground. So Olanu, as you walk into as you step into the room, Kinraba is yet again on her hands and knees as she looks around. And she notes that there are several things on the ground here. Several of unimportance, but then of course she finds one that states Ajimar's Guide to the Fantastic, spelled Phaantastic.
Okay.
And then you find another book, one that is called The Unfettered Mind.
I'm just gonna briefly open these two books and just flick through a few pages just to see exactly what the hell they are.
Okay, which one are you looking for? The Ajimar's Guide or The Unfettered Mind?
Let's go with the guide first then, just since that sounds magical, I guess.
Sure. As you flip through, you realize that this is a breezy, light-hearted treatise on illusion magic. It seems that this might have been required reading in many of these many classrooms. It describes clever ways to use common illusion spells. As you flip through, you see that illusion magic can be illusion magic can be cast to hide a book as another object, such as a paperweight. Hiding in plain sight, you can use your magic to multiply yourself. Casting illusionary footprints to throw off people who might be looking for you.
She'll pocket that one then, and then have a quick skim through the Unfettered Mind.
The Unfettered Mind seems to be the writing of a lunatic. This lunatic text discusses how one might exist solely as a disembodied brain, preserved for eons in a magical suspension fluid. It includes sketches of brains in jars.
You know she's gonna pocket that one anyway. Why not?
Sounds about right.
Why not?
So worried.
While she's looking through the books, can I just do a quick check to see if there's been any recent movement in this area?
Yeah,
Is there any way to
absolutely.
determine that?
Go ahead and roll a survival check for me, please.
There we go. 22.
Hey!
No, nobody's there. No, I'm just kidding. You find that there have been recent footprints throughout this area.
Cool.
Look to be humanoid, look to be boots. Look to be slender.
Is there just one set, or is there multiple?
Seems to only be one set that are at least recent within what you can tell the dust and the snow that has entered the area.
We're definitely not alone, though I don't know. So it could be Imdra, but we should tread carefully.
If Imdra came through here, then she's gone awfully deep in here. This is the second? Yeah, second.
It's been a while.
In a while.
I said I'm sorry.
She's gonna walk over
Oh
to
my
the
God.
next doorway and take a look.
Okay.
Can
You note that this door is a little bit harder to open.
She
quick
pushes
question.
harder.
You push harder. Yeah,
Did
Leiden.
Kinrava read that bit about the illusion magic out loud?
Yeah, she would have.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Nope. All right, so you you open the door and it seems to be like completely like sealed, but you're pushing and you're pushing and you're pushing until finally it gives way and it opens. But strangely enough, as you're like pushing the door, instead of the grinding sound of stone that you've heard everywhere else, it's absolutely silent, and you push the door open.
Go look inside.
You take a look inside, you see some, it looks to be some strange chamber that has like old, destroyed weapons on the ground, some old tattered books that are of no import, and it looks to be just like a large room.
It's a shame. Aaron looks
You
down at
say-
the weapons.
Yeah, Olanu, as you say, this is a shame, nothing comes out of your mouth. As you are like leaning in and looking around.
Pulls her head back out.
Yep.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
We can. Did you say something? Yeah.
When I put my head into this, it went. So the door didn't make any noise.
Oh. Well, no, that's intriguing.
Yeah.
Can Rava's going to just pick up a stone and just throw it in through the doorway?
You throw
Walk
it into
in
the
and
doorway
start
and it-
yelling.
You throw it in through the doorway and the rock hits the wall. Leodin hops the 4-foot barrier into the room and nothing.
Useful.
It's just that thing, like the cone of silence.
Yeah, exactly.
I would like to specifically look in this room that I'm currently in and very silent, and then come back in and look in this room for, is there a way that I can look to see if anything looks odd or out of place and could possibly be illusion magic and hiding something? Since Kinrava just read that bit out loud and now I'm curious.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
You look around the room. Go ahead and roll me a investigation check.
Okay. A dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You search the room up and down. You flip it upside down, completely writing things up into where it's no longer upside down, and then you flip everything back around. Nothing changes, and you see that there is nothing in this room.
Okay. I make the check for this one as well.
Gronk, thank you for the host. Same. That was for both rooms.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We move on.
Why is
There's
that
another
room
room.
silent?
I don't
Yeah, we can move
know.
on.
Okay. There is a door on the opposite. Yeah, I was about to say where Olano is. There's a door on the opposite side. Push it open? Alright. Olano, you shove the door open. This one opens with ease, but it seems that when you look down underneath the ledge, the 4-foot ledge, and look down, you see that there is a staircase that leads further down into the ground that is completely collapsed and broken down. Stones have fallen from the floor onto the ceiling where you are currently looking, and underneath one of the stones, on one of the like largest stones, lies a skeleton underneath the stone.
Dead thing. Take a look at the skeleton. See if there's anything interesting or different about it.
Yep. Partially buried under the rubble is a human skeleton in tattered robes.
What was it?
You note that one of its fingers seems to be missing.
Missing a finger. Bravo, do you know any reason why that, other than just an accident?
Is the finger laying around on the floor everywhere?
No. Oh, there it is.
I had to ask.
It's turning over rubble.
Can you imagine if I was that like that much of a curmudgeon where I'm like, you see that it's missing a finger, but you have to give me another check to see if it's 2 feet away.
Dead mage.
No. Well, if it's a wizard, then there could be a number of reasons. But I suppose it might be a spell component. He might have had a ring that they wanted, or maybe he like had some sort of magical key.
Or
Weird.
maybe the rock.
What rock?
And then
Look like a clean, or does it look like it's jagged?
Well, it's a skeleton, so you don't see any roll a investigation check on the skeleton.
Let's see. How great am I at those? Not. I rolled a natural 20.
But
Let's
she
go.
rolls a natural 20, which I
With a plus
assume is a 19.
0.
Okay, no, okay, good. It's a 20.
which I assume is a
So, rolling a natural 20, Olanu leans closer towards the skeleton over the doorframe and looks at the severed hand and can see that there seems to be actually a bit of like scarring and marking across the bone around that area. Looks like that it was probably cut off or chopped off.
Looks like either he cut it off or somebody else cut it off.
Maybe
Wasn't just
Imdra? Maybe Imdra removed it. She might have needed it to get down to the lower.
Like, I think
Probably done during life.
Well, that's
Otherwise,
a
you could just take it. We need to cut it.
pretty, yeah.
Should we
There's
try-
another door.
Yes, I suppose there is.
Yoink.
Oh, she went the secret way.
Where'd she go?
She just
She went through walls.
just covers
I
some
did
walls.
not realize Goliath could
Faces
do that.
to the wall.
Yep.
That's amazing.
She just begins to phase
I
the
thought
walls.
I always had some magic.
Why didn't you do that before?
I didn't
You
think you
keep
needed
some
it.
things a secret.
You open the door to a rubble-filled spiral stairway.
There's stairs.
Like rubble filled as in blocked off?
Upside down.
Inaccessible.
Great.
Yeah, completely inaccessible.
I'll stand at the edge of this hole and look down it.
Leon jumps out the window into the ice.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I jumped into Earth there.
You said you want
Everyone's
to look
just
down the hole?
teleporting. Yeah.
Okay. Look down the hole, and that shows you another room below you that you can see that has even a hole dug into that floor. Just off to the side of this one originally.
I thought that was the hole we came down from.
No, the hole is above you in the ceiling.
That had
Oh.
been up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As Kinrava nearly steps into the hole, Abel says, "Wait!" and puts his hand out. And shows you that there is a hole in the ground. About 2 meters across.
It's about a 15-foot drop again.
Yeah, about another 15 foot.
Does the rope we previously tied, will it reach down? Oh, no, it's different. It's in a different spot.
What's your rope length?
It was 50 foot.
D.
Yeah, it'd reach.
You said it was a 15-foot drop, so yeah.
Probably
I'll
goes
go
down a couple
grab the
floors.
rope and feed it through this hole. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to do like a
Okay.
little S curve in the air, but you feed it into this hole and it drops to the ground. It barely has enough to reach the bottom of this one.
How in the name of Faerun did a tower end up upside down?
Good
So
question.
it's a wizard's tower?
I mean, I suppose maybe a teleportation spell could have gone wrong.
Another question is, what put this hole here?
That is a good question.
That's actually a fair point. I don't think Imdra could have cleared that on her.
Can we go down?
Yeah.
Should one of us go up to get the rope so we can keep using it?
Well, how would we even be able to use it if we brought it down here?
In
We
catching
tie
someone?
it off?
We'd have to get back out somehow.
I mean, I could just levitate back up and tie the rope up.
Can you do that?
Could do. Then why? Never mind.
I can only levitate one person at a time.
So I'll wait for everyone to go down. And then
You
I'll
think
go
that-
all the way back up and untie the rope.
You didn't think I jumped down that hole without thinking I had some way of saving myself, did you?
That's fair.
You untie the rope, Abel, you toss it down the hole, and you have a 15-foot drop in front of you. What do you do?
Yeah, I sure do, huh?
Why didn't you let me do it? I've got this training.
I'll just drop down and try to.
Weird.
Olanu,
Boy.
roll
It's
me
a 15-foot drop.
a dexterity acrobatics check, please.
Yay! Dexterity, acrobatics, and guessing this does not count as an effect I can see.
I mean, it's pretty harsh
Ooh.
to kind of take Abel down to just an effect, you know?
Okay, so that's another dice for the dice pile.
Got a
Yeah.
nat
That is
one?
a 6.
Is that an
Oh no.
Six. The 3 plus 3.
Okay. 6.
Again.
Abel, Olanu seems to either be picking her nose or looking down the other hole or something. But you're like, Abel jumps down the hole and says, "Iceheart, catch!" And as he jumps down the hall, Iceheart goes, "Huh?" and looks to the side, and Abel, just like a fucking sack of potatoes onto the ground.
Going to lean over him again. Do you
You take
remember
3
like
points of
5
bludgeoning.
minutes ago when I said I had training?
Yep.
5 minutes. I help him up.
Yeah. Put him up. He hands you the rope.
Give me a little more of a heads up.
Hmm.
Do something before you jump.
Let
that
me
makes sense.
try.
Okay. You tie the rope down to another sconce in this room, I assume? Or are you tossing it down again?
Yeah.
Is there another sconce in this room?
Yeah, there's plenty of sconces. Like I said, every room is covered with these magical fire.
Do
or
these
magical flames.
cages look like they'll support the weight, or do they look like they'll move?
The
'Cause that
cages
cage
look
right
to
there.
be able to support a little bit of weight, but probably not the weight of like Olanu.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then yeah, a sconce is fine.
yeah. You tie it up to the thing on the wall. You bring it down, and you are able to traverse further down if you'd like. Who's first?
I will go first.
Okay.
I'll go
Olanu
second.
drips down to the next level. All right, now I'm gonna move you guys over. Nyah.
Yeah.
Where did Leodin's token? Oh, there it is.
Here, that's gonna be here.
Leodin's always just teleporting all over the place.
Can I try untying the rope and jumping down the hole?
God damn it.
Sure.
Just show me off. Show me up.
Yes. 100%.
Both times.
All right.
That is an 18.
An 18?
Mhm.
You're lucky. Rolled a 17. I love counter rolls for no reason at all. So you jump down the hole, and as Abel is, as you are last, Abel is second to last, and he kind of jumps off the rope and kind of tosses it in front of himself to kind of get out of the way, and he looks up, and as he looks up, Leodin, you're on your way down. You're like Geronimoing down, and Abel just like instinctually puts his arms up and catches Leodin, and Abel, you're able to kind of catch Leodin, and Leodin, you very kind of gracefully like hop out of Abel's arms and toss him the rope.
I'll clap for her.
You get a golf clap.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so as you guys drop into this room, this chamber appears to have been a wizard's laboratory, as evidenced by the upside-down storage cupboards and empty shelves fastened to the walls, the shattered glass and alchemical equipment strewn across the floor, and the arcane symbols painted on what is now the ceiling. In the middle of this space, 5-foot-wide passageways punched through the ceiling and floor lead to other levels. Near them, a partially collapsed wall exposes a room that lies beyond.
Can I search around this room then for any goodies?
No.
Oh, okay.
Roll a investigation check, please.
What is my investigation? Okay. Ooh, that's good. That is a 22.
Okay.
Plus 6. Yay.
It's gonna take you a few minutes to search through all the shit that's on the ground. There's a lot of crap. So while
I'm good.
she is searching, what is everybody else doing?
Can I make it into this place
Yeah, you just
over
hop the
here?
little.
'Cause I'm assuming
little
that's
gap.
where the wall. Yep.
You want to make your
Or I
roll?
go into the darkness.
Okay. All right. Yep.
There we go.
I'll follow Leodin.
Okay.
Oh, I'll move.
Leodin, you walk through this area as you kind of like jump over that little pit gap, and what you see astounds you. No. You look forward, and right above you, just like 5 feet in front of where your character is to the west, right in front of you, but above you, you see that a stone altar is attached to the ceiling of this otherwise empty semicircular room. An 8-pointed star is carved into the eastern face of this altar. All right. And yeah, it seems to be some sort of like flattened stone table altar with a big star on the front of it.
Do I recognize, or do I have any knowledge of what an 8-pointed star might, like what religion might use it?
Would you consider Leodin a religious, a very religious, not herself, but knowledgeable in religion?
Her parents taught her some, so that way they could be, They knew how to honor the different places, be honorable in the different places they went, but it wasn't necessarily like, and this is for this god. It's more, in this town you have to do this, and in this
Right,
town you have to do this.
Okay, go ahead and give me a religion check with disadvantage then.
Okay. So that's an 8.
Okay. The altar itself does come off as a very religious type of thing, but it does not stick out to you what this might be a symbol of. You do know it strictly of a religion, though.
Okay.
Kin, as you're searching around on the ground, you are able to determine that that there is a small brass key that is underneath one of the bookshelves. Or not bookshelves, but underneath one of the shelves that are lining the walls. You find a small brass key. And you find a sealed tube made of a black crystalline structure.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Is there any way to open this sort of tube?
I mean, it just looks like it has a top on it.
Yeah, okay then. So
Yep.
I'll
You
open it up and...
You pop the top on it, and inside seems to be a scroll.
Okay, I open it up and take a look.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Don't read it.
You pull the scroll, and you absolutely, as soon as you pull the scroll, you note that this is some sort of spell scroll. But the second the scroll touches your fingers, you begin to feel a little funny inside. And at this point, we'll go ahead and take our first break just a couple minutes early.
God damn.
Magic. Magic.
Magic. Whoa! Toralix with the 500 bits.
What the hell?
Dropping down for the 500 bits. That was awesome of you. Why doesn't it play? Hello? It should be playing. Toralix, give me a second. I got you. Hold on.
I think Torlix is another one of my friends.
It doesn't
that
want to
was
play it.
friend.
Why is it not playing it?
Is he one of the party members you murdered last night?
Not last night, but I did kill that same beholder that
Okay.
disintegrated.
Gronk hosting wants
The
to play.
artificer petrified his character.
Oh, well.
It absolutely
there we go.
will not pay. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Toralix with the 500 bits. Thank you very much.
Hey.
I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Guys, so on that note, Kinrava, you start to feel very strange. Very strange indeed as you touch. Okay, Torlix, it might play a few times. Okay, let's go ahead and pause that. All right, so anyways, on that note, let's go ahead and take our break. And do not forget that next week is going to be the week we're doing the giveaway. So we do our giveaways on the mid-game breaks. So next week, keep an eye out and we'll be giving you guys a free set of dice if you guys are subscribed to us. So on that note, let's go ahead and take a quick little bathroom break and we will return to see what happens to Kinrava's insides. I mean, Kinrava.
God damn it.
Oh
Yes, we are.
no.
She starts having feelings.
Not even the gods are that strong, sweetie. Not even the gods. Although I am boiling where I am right now. I need to open the window.
Food time.
Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. How you doing, chat? Let's see. Check out the memes board on Discord. Alright. D&D Turtle of Wisdom. DM Turtle shall be leading you. Well played, Yotain. Well played. We have Trey and other Trey. Doing well. How's move prep going? Good. I'm definitely not procrastinating in any sense of the word. And I'm absolutely on top of things. Good Trey, evil Trey. A salty Grimly, Jolly Green. Or a salty dog with Hoopla. That's awesome. That looks really good. What's the flavoring of that, Hoopla? I've never had a salty dog before. Grapefruit vodka and grapefruit juice. Oh my god. How is that not like the most bitter drink you've ever drank? Holy shit. Double grapefruit? Across the sky? Like Ash and Bad Ash. Dan, they said a gnomish guide to speaking with squirrels wasn't a serious book. That's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. We should definitely TPK them for that. Oh, alright, Loch Ness. Alright. I see you. God damn it! Have I ever won a single duel? I don't think I've won a single duel in my own chat. Hoopla says, should I ask your queen bee that same moving question? I would appreciate it if you didn't. I will pay you to not. Group chat. Jolly. Damn it! Shit's rigged. How many do I have? Do I even have shards? Is that a thing? Okay, at least I have some.
I have more than you.
Yeah, because I keep losing. Is there a setting you didn't click or something? Okay, Jolly. All right, calm down. I got a fat 0. like I have the 0, but you're still ranked 497 out of 655. I wonder, oh, it's because people just pop in and out and they look at the stream and then they leave and it puts them on the leaderboard. If it populates the board if they come in and join in. Watch out! What's with all the PH? Oh, you talking about earlier? The fantastic with the PH? Oh, I'm over here waiting for Brad. I'm like, just
I don't think he's gonna show up.
We'll just wait till next week. We'll just hang out till then.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Jeez, all right.
My sister might be weirded out, but whatever.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Dan, do you ever watch all things D&D channel? I'm wanting to hear some of this campaign exploits on it. All things D&D channel. I'm waiting to hear some of this campaign's exploits on it. No, I have not seen that. What is that all about? Okay. I think we're about ready to go, guys. Everybody's kind of settling back in. Obviously, Loch Ness has the high ground. All right, time to jump back into it. Let's see. I think we got everything ready. Oh, no, we don't have everything ready. Give me about like 2 seconds. Hold on. Okay. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to get back into it. Travis, Joaquin, welcome. Let's do it. All right. We pick back up to where our team had just recently scoured through this level of the Wizard's Tower, and Leodin and Olanu Leodin and Abel had found a room that has an upside down altar of some sort with a sun symbol or a star symbol in front of it, and as they find this, Kinrava is on her hands and knees searching through one of the previous rooms that has tons of stuff kind of littered about the room. And as she does, she comes upon two things. One, a key. And two, a scroll casing that was made of a black crystal-like structure. Opening it, she finds a scroll inside, picks the scroll out from it, and starts to begin to feel a little strange inside. Kinrava, how are you? How you feeling? How you doing?
I'm good, I hope.
Okay. you know, neither here nor there. But if you don't mind, go ahead and rolling me a D100 real quick. That would be great.
Okay.
What'd you get?
That is 44, actually.
A 40 what?
44. Oh, great.
Okay. So you look through the room, you find the spell scroll, and as you open it up, you find that the spell scroll is that of a spell scroll of invisibility that seems to be stamped into a rolled up piece of golden foil.
I guess it'll be useful to someone. She'll slot it back into the tube, plug it up, and then put the tube on her back.
Yep.
And she'll just
Alright.
go over to where the others are. Find anything
Alanu-
useful?
Alanu has been staring at this door for like a good 30 seconds, being like, huh.
Intently.
What are you doing, Alanu?
Struck in her chin.
She's gonna push the door open.
You slowly push the door open.
I wish she ever does.
She forcefully
Oh,
opens the door.
I ain't getting over that hole with my strength, so no, I stay here.
You
Oh,
open the door, and in this room, it's a bit of a strange sight. It says, you see that some effort has been taken to arrange the contents of this upside-down room, creating a functional office. And I will go over to... Hold on. A table stands in the middle of the room, surrounded by small stacks of books. Lying on the table is a whirring amulet on a chain. Two figures stand behind the table. One is an undead warrior in studded leather armor, its dead gray flesh drawn tightly over its bones and its face locked in a terrible scowl. The other is a fairly attractive young man in cold weather clothing. His face, beneath a frayed witch's hat, displays studious eyes and a warm smile. He looks up from the desk that he had seemed to just be kind of staring at, looks over to you, and he says, "Welcome to the Lost Spire of Nethril. My name is Dazan."
What?
you,
He stands up and kind of dusts off his overcoat and walks over to the upside down door and reaches his hand out to give you a shake.
I saw. Wait, if you're Dazan, who did they burn? East Haven.
A burn? What do you mean?
Ola, Iceheart, who are you talking to?
This wizard guy who seems to think I need help getting down.
What?
Some
Down?
undead thing.
What do you mean?
Can
I was
you-
just holding out my hand for a handshake.
Oh, huh. I don't know. Back up.
Okay. And he just backs up and like puts his hands like down by his sides very awkwardly. He says, "What brings you to my tower?"
Looking for somebody.
Oh, and who might that be?
Captain the Guard from East Haven.
The
No.
undead creature kind of like shambles over next to Dazan.
Puts her
Who-
hand back.
he kind of places his hand, seeing that, he places his hand over the undead creature, like to kind of slow him in his walk forward, and he goes, I don't know who you speak of.
Imdra?
Oh?
Guys, help me out. Angry...
I believe Imdra was a half-elf, wasn't she?
Sure?
She was, first off. That's Dan speaking, not, of course, Design. Secondly, I have not seen anybody come by here in a while. I thought I heard some commotion, but I looked out and didn't see anybody, so I went back to my office. You see, I am Dazan. You see, in the flesh. But I am not Dazan. Let me explain.
See, my father always...
Oh, go ahead. You were speaking?
My father always used to say if it was easy to kill a powerful wizard, they either weren't dead or they were a halfling.
Okay. Your father seems to be a smart man. You see, I am a simulacrum of my creator. Do you know what a simulacrum is?
Not a clue.
Do I?
Seth, yeah, you would definitely
Do I?
Oh.
Leonin,
Okay.
why not? Roll a Arcana check.
No.
No.
Oh, and that one.
Oh, Nat1, excellent.
Hey, your second one ever.
Yeah, my second one of the whole
Ever.
campaign. So that's a solid 4.
All right. He goes, oh, it seems I've confused you on the first sentence. I am a simulacrum. A simulacrum is somewhat of a copy. A body double, if you will.
It's a construct.
Oh, nope.
It's a construct of the exact opposite of the creator.
Well, I mean, we are but of the same. We are not necessarily opposite. Anyways, I was left here, some time ago, and I've been awaiting, my other half's arrival. Have you seen him?
Well, quick question, how many constructs can he have? How many simulacrums can he have?
Well, that's a good question. Let me consult my spell book. I don't have a spell book. I don't know.
Alright, so we saw him die,
What?
but if he's got a U, he might have another one of a U, and it may not have been him.
Right.
You
Kinrava's
have
just going
died
to
if
like...
he had died?
Kinrava's just going to look at Leoden and just sort of give her a look that just basically is spelling out play along. Just basically saying play along. I don't...
As you are talking, he will kind of like look around the room and he says, well then, if he is dead, I must inform you of my predicament. As you can see, I am without a spell book. I am only here with my grotesque friend. And I would like to leave here alive. A real man, if you will. And you see, you find yourself in a tower of the Netherese. Are you familiar with them?
Am I?
God damn it! Yeah, go ahead and roll a history.
Oh, that's actually good. 17 plus... What's my history? 17 plus 6. 23?
23.
Okay. He says, yes, the Netherese, the ancient civilization of magical users. Probably one of the most powerful to ever exist, as a matter of fact. You see, this here is a tower, or a fragment of the Netherese city. You see, the Netherese city crashed, but nearly 2,000 years ago. Up in the northeast, towards the glacier. but a piece seems to have broken off and fallen into the ice here. But I digress. In the lower chambers, my creator has found a bit of magic that can turn illusions into a reality. But you see, I'm but without a life spark. It seems that there is a necessary component that I am missing. A life spark is something that you all seem to have, and, well, unfortunately my friend cannot provide. And he looks over at the dead guy. He says, as a creation of snow and shadow, I am but without. But I assure you that the chamber below may help in my predicament. If you would be so kind and release me from my bonds of unreality, I would be ever so thankful.
Well,
So, if we turn you into a real boy,
Yes?
you'll... How will you show us you're grateful?
Well, madam, and he adjusts his collar and he says, I would never, it's, and he just gets really nervous. And he says, I don't know, currently. I honestly haven't thought that far ahead.
do you have anything you could give as payment?
Well,
That's
I
boring.
don't see, the knowledge of the Netherese is here within this building. You are free to it as you wish.
You know of anything in this tower that may be of use to us? The knowledge.
Roll a persuasion check.
I'm great at those. Okay. That's a 10.
Nice! He seems to be still a little bit flustered from Leodin's approach. And when you speak, he says, not sure, really.
How about this? I myself am a practitioner of the arcane arts. I would be more than happy to investigate this chamber. And if what you say is true, I would be intrigued with the possibility of freeing you from the bond.
Good. Then you shall share your life spark, yes?
Yes. However, first of all, I would like to examine the rest of this tower, see if there's anything worth taking for our own expeditions. I'm sure you understand.
I've been here for quite some time now. I could wait a few more moments if that is what you need.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic then, just to examine him, the room, the undead, all of it.
Okay. Yep, you cast Detect Magic. You do get a bit of magic coming off of him as illusionary. You get magic coming off the table. There is an amulet that lies on the table. The amulet comes off as enchantment magic. The tube that you hold emanates magic. Of course, invisibility, whatever class of magic that is, I completely forget at this point.
Illusion.
Illusion, there you go. And that is it, I believe, yeah. Outside of the things that you carry, of course.
She'll point at the amulet then and just say, what about this?
This, and he looks over towards it. Well, this is a control amulet. Have you seen or heard of a control amulet before?
Not to my knowledge. What exactly does it control?
A shield guardian. You see, you've made your way down these tunnels, and he points up through here. He says that there was once a shield guardian here that busts his way out and made his way out through the surface and wasn't to be seen ever again. But I did find this amulet on one of the denizens of the tower here a while ago.
I see.
By the way, that's what you see, obviously.
Okay. How about this? If you can lead me down to wherever this magic you seek to free you from these bonds exists, I would be willing to perform that for that amulet.
If I am to become real again, real, period, you, of course, are welcome to it.
Of course. Then we have struck an accord.
I shall wait till you are ready to proceed.
Very well then.
If you don't mind, I'm going to leave this dusty old room. He goes, picks up the shield amulet, and kind of moves into the other room. Excuse me, ma'am.
Where exactly is this chamber I'm supposed to help you with?
It is below us, but one more level.
Ah, I see. Very well done.
The creature bounds over the gap.
And I go into that room that he was just in and look to see if there is anything else that he may have left.
There's nothing else in there, dear. And go ahead and roll a perception check.
All right. 23.
You find a small bit of dust that has been piled up in like one of the corners there.
You said that he was reading a book?
Yes, there are many books around. Would you like to see the books that he was reading?
Yes.
Okay. You see, just kind of piled around his desk, a book named The Lost Scrolls of Sabriel. You also see a book named From Shadow Substance. That seems to be the one, of course, he was reading.
Mm-hmm.
You see another one that says, Here Lies the King. And lastly, you see Ventatost. Just a bit of light reading, dear.
If I just like open them and leaf through them, do any of them intriguing to me?
Depends on what you find intriguing. Which one would you like to search, sir?
Let's look at the Ventatos.
This book uses testimonials and conspiracy theories to piece together events leading up to the destruction of a Netherese city called Ventatost, which disintegrated as it flew over the forest of Coramenthor nearly 2,000 years ago.
Yes, I will take it. Thank you.
He just kind of seems very adamant about, like, you just taking one of the books off his desk. As if it were your own.
Did you like it?
Well, I hadn't quite finished it.
Dazan, in that case then, why don't we sweeten the deal?
I am all ears.
If you allow us to take these books, and actually I may have some questions for you I would like you to answer, you'll get a hold of this. And she'll take out Dazan's now empty spell book and just sort of wave the cover a little bit.
And he kind of like looks at it and he goes, "Is that what I think it is?
It is indeed.
How did you come into possessing my spell book?"
Well, it's not yours yet, my friend. But if you must know,
It's mine. Just
the
as
original,
that spell book on your waist is yours, that is just as much mine.
your original, burnt alive in East Haven to ashes. One of the bookkeepers there gave it to me so I could examine it. Unfortunately, he's put some manner of hex on it that makes me unable to read most of it.
As you should to any wizard book.
Indeed. But if you allow us to take some of these books, I'm happy to trade you this one when you're made real.
I feel like trading back my own personal book is a bit less of a deal than it is just receiving what is mine. But I will still take you up on your deal. Leoden, I assume that is your name because you have not yet told me, but lady, madam, would you mind taking care of this book? It is very old.
Oh, the one that I'm holding? Yeah.
Yes, the one you are holding. As well as the other ones that lie upon my desk that I see you eyeing ever so closely.
I was just reading them.
Is there any of these books that could help with the little business we need to do downstairs?
There is a book. Excuse me. Dust. It's very dusty in here. From Shadow Substance. Might be of use to us. You see, this is a speculative work that discusses how one might harness the weave to turn an illusionary object or creature into a real counterpart.
I see. Leoden, you wouldn't mind if I could have a look at that, would you?
Sure. Can I throw it at her?
Yeah.
Full overhand.
Yeah, full on overhand. You see a look of fear in Dazan's eyes as it flies through the air, and he will attempt to make a catch. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check to see if you aim like right at Kinraba, or if he needs to make a dive to save it.
18.
What was it?
18.
18?
18. Okay, I just kept hearing teen. All right.
Yeah.
He rolls a 10. The book flies through his arms. He no, and like jumps up to grab it, and it just like flies through his arms. And Kinraba, you grab it out of the air, and he says, "Dearest, I told you to be careful. They're very old." As like you see, like several pages have ripped out and flown like around the room as it was flying through the air, and he stumbles upon the ground to like read and pick up the pages and goes to Kinraba and he says, "Put them back where they belong."
I plan to, don't worry. She'll slide the pages in where they were. My apologies, they don't quite know the value of Arcanabula.
Madam, your arcane ways of handling these novels makes me bereft of giving you the rest. Maybe it's best if we just carry on what we're doing and then you can take the books from there.
Fine. Show me where we need to go.
He just looks very upset.
That was my plan.
You just hear him whispering under his breath, "If there was a book to bring you back, I wouldn't throw it."
You're not actually gone.
Well, what are we standing around for?
You guys want to check this other door before we leave?
The door leads to nothing, as he
We should
says.
go down the hole.
And you open the door, and it is the spiral staircase that is completely jacked up.
Leodin, once
hey.
we're...
Kinrava, there's an altar in there. Can you see it?
I'll happily take a look at it once we're finished with our business with this man. She sort of gives Leodin a bit of a smile.
All right.
How are we getting down?
Seems there is a
I
rope hanging from the ceiling that may drop down to another level.
brought it with me when I came down.
You brought it with you. I see that in your hands now. I was just testing.
I was testing you.
Oh, I appreciate it. I'm glad you think I'm that smart.
Tie it off to a sconce in the room and then hop down.
He says, guests first, of course. Alana, you first?
Understood.
Going down? You drop down, Alana? Sorry? In here?
Yes.
I'll go after her.
You drop down, and this is going to be in chamber... this one. So now, as you drop down... you drop down to right here.
Oh.
Alanu, the second you drop down, you kind of just let go of the rope and drop the last like couple feet onto the icy like ground, the icy stone floor. You upset a bit of loose dirt on the ground. And as you look upon what you have just disturbed, a large creature emerges from the ground that looks to be upset from you disabling its home. And it just looks over at you with its 6 legs, 6 stumpy legs that it sits upon, and its blue eyes, and just says, I need everybody roll for initiative.
Let's go.
Hey.
Grimly's
Oh
above
my
everything.
fucking god.
Hey, not bad.
All right.
I think I've transferred all of my bad rolls to Trey.
Yeah, wait till you hear what I rolled.
I can only imagine. It's got 8 legs, by the way, not 6 BT dubs.
It's a spider. Lovely.
I mean, technically. Let's go down the line. Grimly, you're up first. Grimly, what would you like to, what have you rolled for your initiative? Uh-huh. Right? Okay, thanks. Leodin, you're up next.
That is a 19.
Iceheart.
Natural 20 plus 3, 23.
Jesus. It's combat. Why would I expect anything else? Abel.
Why don't you guess what I rolled?
I mean, to be
No.
honest, let's go with, first off, let's acknowledge the natural 20.
It's a natural 1
And let's acknowledge the natural 1, obviously, coming right after that.
Nice.
for a total of 8.
8.
Now that is insane.
Kin. A natural 1 as well?
Good.
Are you flippin' flappin' kidding me? Are you? What are the odds right now? Tell me, somebody calculate the odds. Out of 4 people.
21-1-1 or 21-1.
Out of 4 people, we had a 20, a 1, and a 1. That is insane. Ken,
So
what's
that's
your total?
2.
That's a 2.
That's
okay,
a
thank
2.
you.
Is that a 1 in 8,000?
It's the 1 in a gajillion. Alright, and said creature is at a... Really? Oh, interesting. Okay.
I don't like the really interesting.
No. Like, why?
Hey, we both got 1, Seth.
Alright. Olanu.
Olanu.
The creature is obviously rustled up from you landing like right next to it, and it's pissed, clearly. And as you start its turn, it stares at you and like hisses. And as it stares at you and hisses, its eyes alight this like light blue color and just like blasts you in the face. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
I just recognized what this is.
Is this what this is?
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What do we got?
15?
15. Okay. You feel your muscles begin to deteriorate. You feel your bones begin to creak, and you feel that it's even hard to blink. But you press through, and you're up.
Spelling in situation. She is going to rage
You're gonna rage. All right, you
And-
got that.
recklessly.
And attack recklessly. Got it.
Three.
3?
23.
23.
23.
That hits. If you weren't.
Smack it.
Yeah. What you got?
That is a 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay.
Oh, wait. I'm raging.
You
Right,
get
I
bonus 2.
miscounted. That was 5 plus 2, 7. 7 damage.
Okay. 7 damage. All right. You pull out your axe from your back and you swing wildly at the creature, and because it like almost blinds you and you begin to move slower, the force behind the hit is just not quite as hard as you usually hit. But you are raging.
Weird spider thing.
Spider lizard! Spider lizard! All right. Are you moving? You doing anything?
I will just move kind
The
of
hole is
around
directly
this
above
thing
you.
so that I'm not gonna get stomped on by
Yeah, sure.
party members.
No problem. Leodin, you're like, I don't know, second or third down the rope, I assume?
I hadn't planned on being, but I guess I am now.
Up to you. You're on the surface, and Dazan seems to be talking with Kinrava, and Abel is tying his shoe. What are you doing, Leodin?
Okay.
What in the world?
Can I see the creature from where I am?
You look down into the hole, and yeah, we'll say that you can see like the edge of the creature.
About how far away is it?
15
Let me
feet.
rephrase my question. Is it within 30 feet?
Sure, 15 feet.
Great. I want to cast Bane,
Mm-hmm.
and because I don't trust them, I would also like to include the fake design and the dead guy.
You fucker. All right. So let's go through the gamut here.
Throw.
Charisma saving. All right. So
Yeah.
first off and foremost, that is a 7 for the creature, so it fails. It is now baned. And then we'll move on to our other friends that were completely innocent, obviously,
Sure.
sitting up top there.
Bane.
And Bane, those two. I'm pulling up their sheets, by the way. Did not realize they were going to be in this combat. Give me a second.
You're welcome.
All right, charisma saves. So first off, we're going to go with the undead white. That is going to be a 12 for the white. And that is going to be a 19 for Dazan.
All right, the fake
So-
Dazan save.
The only one that saves is Dazan, and the white is baned.
And it does not technically say anything about them knowing if it would have happened or not. Just gonna put that out there.
Dazan knows. No, what's the spell component?
simulacrum knows?
Is it a verbal component?
Nope, just concentration.
Well, I mean, to cast the spell, like you need verbal, somatic, and materials. What's the?
All three.
Oh, it's verbal. Yes, sorry.
So it's all three? Yeah, so I'll roll for Dazan real quick. That is a natural 20, mind you.
Oh yeah.
Dazan
Yeah.
absolutely knows.
With Bane? I'm just kidding.
He didn't get Bane.
Abel, don't tempt me. Oh, don't tempt me,
We
Abel.
don't want to lose
With
you
your
in this
natural
tower.
one. Don't tempt me. Oh, Abel, don't tempt me. All right, Leodin, you baned him. Aside from, your friend there.
Oh shoot! I
She
did not
did
mean
what
to
to
get
him?
that far away. I would like to. Well, they can handle up here. I would like to climb down and.
15 feet of movement, so I'll say that you use your full movement to get down as it takes climbing to get down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Do I need to make a con save?
As soon as you drop down there,
Or-
absolutely, the creature will
Okay.
notice you and look at you. But let's see. Hold on. Let me double check because I don't think that's the way it works.
Okay. It was a
Nope, it's
19. I don't know if that matters.
Just kidding. It is correct the way I do it
Okay.
because you can see him and he can see you because of the angle. Then therefore you roll. And yes, so go ahead and roll a con save, and it was 19. You said.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you are fine. You feel your musculature fortification seems to be failing and freezing up, but you make it down the rope and move over to the side.
Okay.
Okay. The creature turns around, seeing that it's surrounded by these two lovely ladies, and it is going to. It's gonna try to Leodin, you can get an attack of opportunity against it if you'd like. It's gonna circle around over here.
It's
I would
also,
like to.
It's also in range of the sentinel.
but it didn't leave my range.
Oh,
Yep.
fair enough.
Also didn't make an attack yet.
So that is a 23 to hit it with my rapier.
That hits. Yep, that hits.
Cool. I thought it might, but I figured I should ask.
Sure.
And that's 10 piercing damage.
10.
Mhm.
All right. Perfect. All right, so now it will reach out and try and bite its good friend, or its new friend, Olanu, and it will do so at advantage due to the rage and the reckless attack. First attack, second attack, both attacks the same for a 16 to hit, no matter what, with advantage. Does it hit? All right, so with that, that is 11 points of piercing damage down to 5. And 10 points of poison damage. So 15 points of damage total.
Down to 5. I'm resistant to all damage except psychic.
Fucking piece of shit. Dumbass.
Of course we find the poison enemy when the shield dwarves are not available. The guy with resistance to poison.
The creature just hisses at you as it bites like through your leg meat, like into your calf. All right. Therefore, it moves on. The next is Abel.
Did he take stuff off those rolls because of Bane?
Ooh. To hit
Yeah.
was what? 16, I believe.
16.
16.
You gotta be kidding me! That's a 12. Does that hit?
Nope.
Fuck!
Not back.
Bane.
Take your health back.
Blech.
The one time I forget to say it.
With Bane.
I know. That's why I was like, oh wait, nobody said it. Sorry, Dan. I'll
Guys-
try and catch it earlier.
Bane isn't a move in the game anymore. Bane literally has like a little subsection underneath it that says it is the bane of your DM. All right.
Do not use the spell. You have to trade it out now.
Yep. If you use the spell, it uses a spell slot and nothing happens. Abel, you're up.
All right. Now, on my first turn, I got an extra 10 feet of movement.
Abel, you're a voice.
So I'm just going to climb down the rope
Yep. You slide down it.
right there.
You still got an
Before I
extra
do,
about
I'm
10
gonna-
feet of movement.
I'm going to finish tying my shoe. I'm going to look up at Kinrava, sort of give her a cursory glance, and then slide down the rope. When I hit the bottom, do I also have to make this Constitution saving throw?
No, you don't, because you did not start your turn within its range, and it did not see you to begin with. So it is currently
Okay.
distracted by Olanu and Leodin.
All right, I will shoot 2 arrows at this creature.
Cool. Do it.
Okay, first one is a 16.
16, I believe, does hit. 16 hits.
Ooh, 12 points of damage.
Very nice.
Then the second attack. That's a 19 to hit.
Hits also.
$15 points of damage. On that.
God dang! You nuked him. One of the arrows splits into one of its eyes, causing it to burst, and you see like just goo fly out of it as it screams in pain. It rears up on its like last 4 legs as the other 4 legs kind of like wobble in front of it.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. I will note that as you guys are in here, and now that you're all walking around, I will annotate the room real quick because she just dropped down and saw the basilisk, and you guys started fighting. Really. Describing the room, you can see that there are rusty tableware, shattered plates, and broken chairs that lie scattered on the floor amid 2 tables, 1 overturned and 1 on its side. Crawling out of from behind one of the tipped over tables is this hulking 8-legged reptile with glowing eyes. In the corner of the room, on the back right corner of the room, you see a statue of a woman that is cowering in fear with her hands up like so in front of her.
God
all right,
damn.
so carry on, my wayward son. Kinrava, you are up.
Just gonna quickly look at Dazan real fast just to see how he's reacting.
He's currently looking at Krintos and says, Krintos, are you okay? I don't know why his accent changed, but yeah.
She'll just be like, please excuse my friend, she is trusting impaired, and she'll jump down the hole then.
He just kind of like sneers at you and just rolls his eyes and is like trying to snap the white out of it by like slapping him.
So you'll jump down, and if she can see the basilisk, which I imagine she can.
Let's see. You take 5, 10. You get like 3/4 of the way down the rope before using all your movement to do so. You actually you're not able to see the creature from your distance and angle.
Can I drop?
You can
Can I
drop
get to
if
the
you'd
end
like.
of it?
No, I'm just saying you can drop from the rope if you'd like, and take a bit of falling damage, and then you'll be in, visual sight of her. You would take a 1d6 bit of falling damage as you drop about 10 feet to the ground.
Damn it.
Do
Yeah,
it.
sure, why not? Sure.
Hello, Pina Colada and Josie. How are you?
Josie.
Did you say sure, why not, Kin? I apologize.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall on your booty. You can roll a dexterity saving throw.
That is 12.
12? All right, let me counter roll you here. 10, you're fine. You land upright.
Oh, okay then. Then I will cast. It's within 5 feet of Olanu, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. Then I will cast. Yeah, I'll just cast Magic Missile at it then.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1d4. That is. Oh, that's 5.
Dazan looks down the hole. Counterspell.
That's 5. Is a 3. So 5, 3. 5, 3, 3. So 11 points of force damage.
11 points of force damage. Kinrava, as you drop down this hole, you can see the room and everybody attacking it. One of its eyes completely impaled by one of the arrows that Abel was able to pick up along the way that you guys picked up, like at the back of the castle. You see sticking directly out of its eye. It's screaming in pain, and it's currently latched onto Olanu's leg as Olanu is trying to beat it off with the back of her axe. How would you like to do this, Kin?
Oh. I shall aim 2 missiles right on either side of its head and put the final one like right in its mouth and make it just explode with force damage.
Nice. So it's two missiles like come out from either side, slapping it on either side, causing it to rear back. And when it rears back, it lands on all 8 of its legs again, roars really loud, its eyes almost bursting with this white bluish light, and a final one is sent forward, piercing through its gullet, like landing directly through its throat and into its belly as it just completely kind of explodes from the bottom out, and the stomach kind of just underneath it, and the creature just falls down flat with all 8 legs splayed out. Looking down the hole, Dazan looks down and says, "Is everyone all right?" The voice again changing for no reason.
We're fine, Dazan. Just had a small basilisk issue.
Tore legs for the 500 bits again. Champion.
Although I think we just found Imdra.
Is it your friend? There it is. There's my
I
voice. I
would
found
like-
it.
To investigate, like look at the statue closer.
You
Does it look like
walk forward and you can
Imdra?
see that Imdra has been turned to stone.
Anything that can help her?
Nothing we're capable of.
Is it safe
Dazan.
down there?
Yes, it is. You can come down now.
Only if she releases the spell on my companion.
Can I open this door?
If you'd like. Would you like to open said door?
Yes, please.
Okay. there's like an awkward silence. Hello? From above. You open the door and you see a long hallway that leads to 3 other doors.
So there are 3 more doors down here. Which way would we like to go?
I'm not exactly sure which way leads where.
I feel as if you're ignoring me.
Oh, no, I heard. I'm just not gonna do it right now. So you can come down, or you can wait till the spell ends.
This seems a bit ham-fisted. Very well. You'll come down. First you throw a book, then you spellcast on us.
To be fair, Dazan, you did not warn us of the basilisk.
How was I supposed to know?
Haven't you been down
How do
here?
you know that there's a chamber down here that can help you?
It's been a long while since I've been down. That creature looks to be recent. He was not here when I was here last.
Dazan, which way is it to the rune chamber?
It's just down the hallway
We'll
to the
follow
right.
you. Why don't you go first?
Fine. Fine with me. And, oh, I guess Krintos actually does still have Bane on him, so. On him.
Kryn is just forever Bane.
It ends after a minute, Dan.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, technically it hasn't been a minute.
I know.
Zahn makes his way over the doorway into the hallway. Krintos following directly behind him, eyeing you down, Leodin. To your core. Like this horrific face bent and stretched across bone as it just looks at you, and you can hear like... He just reaches over and steps over the step and kind of keeps Dazan's back covered.
Does he have eyes to stare at her?
He has like these soulless
He has at
gray
least
white eyes.
empty spots.
Oh boy. Ooh.
Also, he stands like nearly 7 feet tall. He's like 6'9" or something. Anyways, they make their way through the door, and keeping their eye on you guys. Dazan it's just up here through the hall. And then Krintos will turn around and you hear like bones creaking, and he's like, as he moves his arm to have you follow them.
Kinrava's gonna follow right behind them.
He opens the doorway over here. Can you please do the thing I ask? Roll 20? That would be wonderful. Thank you. Right. And then opening this doorway, you see that the walls of this chamber are inscribed with interconnected runes. He'll step in, by the way, so that you can actually see this. Step over here. And toss over here. Okay. The walls of this chamber are inscribed with interconnected runes and marred with cracks all around the walls. What is now the ceiling bears similar inscriptions that swirl inward, converging around a golden converging around a golden crystal disc 5 feet in diameter. So on the roof, in the center of the room, is this huge crystalline disc on the ceiling. And encircling it is a golden spiral that goes all the way until it hits the crystal disc. Your detect magic is still up because I don't think you're concentrating on anything else, correct?
No. I've been keeping that radar going, don't worry.
Yeah. The aura of transmutation magic encompasses the entire room.
Oh boy.
But when you step inside Kinrava, you see on an illusory figure appears upside down in the far corner of the room, standing on the ceiling, or once its floor, It appears to be the same long-faced human wizard depicted in the statues just inside the spire's entrance. It begins speaking in a strange, possibly forgotten language.
Do I recognize this language?
No.
Does it sound like the same language that Grimly was muttering?
It does. He just as he goes around the room.
Okay.
As soon as you kind of give it a little bit of time, he stops talking, and as soon as he does, it disappears. And Dazan says, "Well, if everyone would like to join us or stand in the hallway, that is up to you."
Let me just get... Can I actually, like, examine the whole chamber itself?
What would you like to examine?
Mostly, like, the runes all around the walls, the crystal on the ceiling, like, all of it as much as I can, really.
Okay. Give me
just to mostly see if I can...
Go ahead.
Just to see if I can mostly, like, figure out the basics on how I'm supposed to make illusions, like, flesh and blood or whatever the hell he wants me to do.
Sure. Give me an intelligence arcana check.
Oh, goody. Oh, that's actually good. That is 21. I got a 15 plus 6.
You place your hand on the walls, run them across the runes that you're able to reach from here, as it's all upside down and most of the stuff is on the ceiling.
I keep forgetting that.
But you look around the room and look up and feel across the runes and can see that the rune chamber, or can surmise at least, that the rune chamber probably can't produce magic items, animated objects, constructs, or undead. Using the book that Leodin threw at you, you also can surmise that a life spark is needed to turn an illusory creature into a physical one. Acting much like a spark of electricity, it gives the room the jolt it needs to complete the transformation. No such component, though, would be needed for objects. And you would also note that the cracks in the walls have damaged enough of the rooms to compromise the room's magic, which might give rise to some unexpected results.
Boy.
Well, what do you think, ma'am?
You are correct. This can make illusionary objects into reality. There are some limitations, however. Primarily, I can't, for example, create a magic item from...
Well, I do not believe or consider myself a magical item.
Nor can I create undead.
Nor do I wish to become one.
It does require a life spark if I wish to create some flesh and blood.
Yes, this all sounds familiar.
But there may be some unknown side effects. This chamber is lightly damaged. It should still work, but there may be some unpredictable effects.
He just walks up to you and he seems to be like frustrated at this point. He's like, I do not care of the risks. Now, are you going to give me your life spark or not?
I will. I do
exactly
believe
is
you.
the life spark?
Essentially, it means that something alive needs to perform this ritual. It's the reason neither him nor his undead companion over there could do it.
won't hurt you. If it...
It shouldn't.
Well
Although,
then.
please keep in. Although,
Go
make
ahead.
sure that everyone who isn't in possession of it, anyone who isn't alive, please step back a bit, otherwise you might get caught up in this.
So, all of us.
Yes, yes, shuffle out. You heard the man, or the woman.
Just up against the wall ought to be fine. That does include your guard, mind you, Dazan. Otherwise, the effect might transfer over to him and not you.
You just spoke about it not affecting undead.
I said that it can't create undead.
But then it shall not uncreate undead, I suppose.
Hope not. It's a risk you're going to have to take then. Kinrava's going to raise up her hands. I call up the arcane power of the weave so that her hands are like glowing and there's magic circles on her palms. Could you stand in that place? Just underneath it, please, Dazan.
You as well.
Yes, me as well.
And he steps forward into the center space underneath the crystalline structure above him.
Are you ready to be free of your bonds?
I am.
Very well then.
He will like reach his
Sure.
hands out in front of him.
She'll reach her own hands out, put one of hers in his, and then she's going to cast Dispel Magic on him. And since Simulacrum is a spell, Dispel Magic can destroy it, so long as I roll higher than the spell level of the spell he's created from. I've got to roll a 17 or higher.
Let's just see about that. Hold on.
Because I'm looking at Simulacrum now, it says until dispelled.
You know what? Yeah.
I gotta roll higher than a 17 though, otherwise this doesn't work.
God.
Go to Dispel Magic. As soon as you go to Dispel Magic, he will grasp your hands and will cast Counterspell.
Oh, fair enough then.
And he says, I may not have my book, but there are some spells that I still hold.
Well, fine then, if that's the way you want to be. I'll cast Ice Knife on him.
We're going into combat.
All right. Let's go into combat. All right, roll for initiative,
This is
everybody.
how we die.
Just in all fairness, I don't think that the walker still has Bane.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's basically the amount of time that you would take to inspect the room that kind of does it in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I mean, he wasn't expecting the ice knife
My
after the
rates would have
thing.
dropped.
Rage would have dropped. That's fine. So you can cast Ice Knife. I believe you would have to make the save yourself as well.
I would, yep, I would.
So let's go ahead and run through this here. All right. So let's see. There is that. Dazan and Krintos. Leodin, what'd you get?
8.
8. Olanu?
9.
9. Abel?
23.
23. And Kin?
That is an 18.
18. Okay. Let's get some magic-y dice for this guy.
Actually, can I cast Dragon's Breath instead? Nah, I'm joking. I'll go with Ice Knife. Go with Ice Knife. I'm panicking now.
Yeah, no problem. Alright, so
This is how we die.
Alright. So Dazan will roll. Oh, give me a fucking Dazan. And his good friend Krentas. Oh yeah, okay. Alright, there we go, that's better. Alright. So first up, is your ice knife.
Yep. So let's see. Oh, that's a 17 to hit.
17 to hit. That's not him. Where is it? Razan. 17 to hit. Yeah, that hits.
Alright, so that's 1d10. And I'll make this fire damage. D10, so that's 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage.
And then you gotta make a dexterity saving throw against 14.
Yep. His dex save is 11, so he fails, and the other guy succeeds it by a
Mine is a 18 again. Okay. So let's see. Ice knife. Okay, so ice knife at level 2d6. Okay, 2d6. That is 6 and 4. That's 10 points of fire damage, so reduced to 5 for me.
Okay. Just a 5 for us. All right.
So yeah, she's just gonna call out, okay, kill him first.
Abel, you're up.
Abel is real confused, but he'll pull his bow out.
Abel, before you make your shot,
Yeah.
Dazan will beg for his life. Dazan will say, "Please stop now! This is madness! I know what I will give you now that you are obviously not going to help me if I do not give you something. This might be of assistance. You said that your friend was that stone woman in the other room. I can rescue her."
Can I roll an insight check?
Sure. You may roll an insight check.
Huh. 19.
Okay.
Ooh.
He seems terrified. I mean, he probably would say anything to save his life.
Yeah.
But you're not sure if he's necessarily lying.
Yeah.
He seems to be shivering. He's dropped to his knees. He has his hands played out front, and he's just begging for his life.
There's desperation.
There's very much desperation.
God damn it, Dan. I'll just shoot a glance over to Leodin, and I will hold my action to attack this man. Based on if someone else decides to attack him.
Okay.
And I just say, if he can save
he like
Imdra,
sees you. Yeah, he sees you holding your arrow. Go ahead.
if he can save Imdra, then we have to keep him. And then I'll just hold my arrow. That's my turn.
Kinraba, you're up.
Now you made me feel bad.
You should. You are playing a very bad character who is very angry and very mad at all times.
All right. No, do your thing, dude.
Kinraba's just going to look over at Abel and just be like, the original couldn't save himself from burning. This waste of space is half as strong. And she is going to cast Magic Missile.
Okay. At
level 2.
simulacrum, yes?
Yep, at level 2.
Okay. Yeah.
So that is 4, 3, 2. What the fuck, dice? 4, 3, 2, 5.
All right. The magic missiles, as Abel is holding his attack, the magic missiles begin to emanate around Kinraba, almost as if like spikes, like holding their height in the air, and suddenly they at the simulacrum. The simulacrum holds up his arms and begins to yell, and as he begins to yell, it fades out into non-existence as the magic missiles strike the wizard. No! And as the wizard takes the hit, he just fades into nothingness and dissipates. All right. Then next up is Krintos. The white is extremely pissed at what just happened, and Krintos will rush.
Oh.
Sentinel.
He will run over here.
Still Sentinel after he
Yeah,
hits.
you can. Yeah, go ahead and roll for Sentinel. Let's see.
18?
18 hits. Whoops. I hate that I keep forgetting to turn those off after we're done. All right. What damage are you doing, Olanu?
It was 10.
10 points of damage? It's 10. The strike goes off. He seems to like just glance it off of his armor, off of his back. You clearly cutting the armor like straight through to his disgusting corpse-like body. Oh shit, I deleted the wrong character sheet. 1 second. Krintos sounds like a mage's name, by the way. So like,
It
I
does.
thought when I deleted it, I was like, oh, that's the mage. All right. He rushes Kinraba, takes the strike by Olanu in the back. One of his attacks will be a 6 to hit,
That doesn't hit.
and the second attack will be a natural 20.
No.
And let's see. The first one will be with a long sword. He like strikes down with the long sword. And the second one will be like he reaches out his hand and opens his mouth as like a white light begins to emanate out of it and begins to drain the life from you. Of course. You take 3 necrotic damage.
Oh.
Even
Okay.
with the 20?
Oh yeah, I guess not 20, sorry. You take 6 necrotic damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, because I'm great at those. Apparently I am. That's a 19.
Yeah, okay. Then you save. The white's attempt to drain your soul from your body is thwarted by your Constitution, and it fails. And that is the end of its turn, and it'll stay in its position thanks to Olanu. We move on. Olanu, you're up. Also, Abel, you can make an attack. Say you're holding your action, and at this point, you know, it's an all-out brawl. I would expect Abel to shoot the large undead creature. That's up to you on the decision if you'd like to do that, though.
Yeah, I wait for it to hit Kinrava and then I'll shoot it.
Fair, fair, fair.
That's a 26 to hit.
That hits.
That is 8 points of damage.
Okay. You're up, Olanu.
I am going to attack Reckless.
Oof.
Okay. This will be. You know what? No, since I didn't make you do the other one, you really shouldn't have had advantage on the last one. You're like striking through a door that's 4 feet tall and having to work around that, so it's tough. But it's fine. You're good.
Okay. That's 19 to hit.
That hits.
And no damage.
How much?
5.
5 damage.
Good rolls, bad damage.
Yeah.
That's the name of her book.
You note that these strikes, the one that Abel had shot against him, the one that Olanu has been wailing into him, they're not affecting this undead creature as much as they probably should be doing.
God damn it.
Leodin, my friend,
All
my
right.
lady friend, you are up.
I'm going to stay where I am,
Okay.
and I'm going to look at the back of this nasty thing.
Yeah.
And whisper
Nice.
just like into my hands and cast dissonant whispers.
Okay.
I need the creature to make a wisdom saving throw.
It shall.
Technically no, but it's against my spell save DC, which is 14.
That is only a 9 on the wisdom save.
Cool. So it takes 13 psychic damage, and it right now has to use its reaction to go as far away from me as it can, as long as it's not used its reaction.
Okay. Use its reaction to use its movement speed, I assume, to run
Got
away?
to. Yep.
It's gonna try to run through Olanu. It needs to roll a strength contest against her. So roll a strength athletics check, Olanu.
Do poorly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So you
It's
can
got
get
it's sentineled at this point. It can't move.
Okay, never mind. All right.
Sentinel has worked against us.
It's okay. He's still trapped.
So
And then
yeah, go ahead. Sorry,
I'll just stay there.
Abel, my friend. Back up to
actually-
just kidding.
Hold on.
Holding on.
I'm going to quickly use my bonus action to give to use my particular whatever it's called, bardic inspiration,
Yeah.
and give everybody 5 temporary health points, and they can move if they'd like, which I kind of doubt anybody wants to move, but they're there.
5 temp hit points to everybody. Go for it.
Mhm.
They're yours.
Is not doing awesome right now.
You flourish. And yeah, if you want to move, you can move. If you don't want to move, don't worry about it, and give yourself 5 temp hit points. Leodin using her what is it? Your mantle of inspiration.
Mantle of inspiration.
Yep.
If I move, I die, so no.
You don't provoke. I don't
You
think,
don't
for
provoke
mental
reaction.
Oh,
with
I
this,
don't?
You do.
So you
not.
Oh.
can get out of its way.
Oh, okay then. I will go over to here.
The creature reaches out towards you, and Olanu just like holds onto its shoulder.
Thank you, Sentinel.
Well, yeah, Sentinel and
glamour.
Hidden Sphere and everything. All right.
You know, thinking about it, we got a lot of movement in this party.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Abel.
That's all.
Yeah, no problem. Abel, you're up.
All right. All right.
All right, all right, all right.
I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm just gonna shoot an arrow at him. You know what? I'm not gonna do that actually. I'm gonna drop my bow and pull out my short swords and get in close with this guy.
Yep.
And then I will attack him.
Advantage.
The first one is 17,
Hits.
8 damage.
8 points of damage.
Bonus action offhand. That is a 23 to hit.
Hits.
1 point of damage.
1 point of damage.
Does that reduce it to 0?
It does reduce him to 0. Now, being a creature of the night, he falls dead.
Oh, I thought, no, doesn't the 1 damage get resisted to 0?
I mean, it does, but he had like 3 HP left.
Oh, okay.
So,
Cool.
Oh,
yeah. The second
psychic
roll was
damage for
unnecessary.
the win.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary, but I let you roll it for fun.
Okay, that's all right.
Abel, how would you like to do this, my good friend?
Oh, God. I come up to it and I put both of the short swords into its stomach,
Mm-hmm.
and then I flip them around and hold them, and I let Iceheart finish them off.
Your
Nice heart.
grin chap.
Yeah. Iceheart with the final blow, but Abel with the assist as he stabs through the chest, or excuse me, stabs through like the stomach of this creature. Just horrible, disgusting undead viscera just exploding outwards. He turns the creature around, holding on to the visible rib cage that he sees in front of him, and he is like struck down with pain. But as he like goes to bite you, Abel, all you see is the swift like glint of light as Olanu's axe flings over top of your head and decapitates the creature before it can even come down and finish you. The creature falls dead in your hands, Abel.
I'll just kick it. I'll give it one good kick.
Yeah. The creature falls into like a pile of bones and gore. All right.
Get me wrong, combat is fun. How are we going to help Imdra now?
He wouldn't have been able to help her in the first place.
You don't
Everything.
know that.
Yes, I do. Everything
How? How
Dazan
do you
was
know?
in his spell book. Everything Dazan was in his spell book.
Didn't have a spell.
He never had a spell like that in here thus far.
I'm walking out.
This is also the same man who, in case you've forgotten, murdered several 10-towners on his way back to town.
It's fair.
Making him any form of flesh and blood is a far greater risk to anything.
Check the rest of the rooms.
Okay. You want to check the rest of the rooms, you said?
I'll start with this one.
Okay. You open the door, and that leads you into what looks to be a bedchamber. And let me reveal this to you. Oh, okay, that works. Okay. You see, like I said, a bedchamber. The bed in this room is upside down on the floor. Its rotted blankets peeking out from underneath the disintegrating mattress. Mounted to the north wall, which is like directly to your left if you're walking in as Olanu, is a cracked mirror that is in a stone frame that merges seamlessly with the surrounding wall. Lying underneath two dirt-clogged windows is a partially crumbled, rime-covered human skeleton in the tattered shreds of a nightgown.
I go over and look at the skeleton.
All right. As you go over and check out the skeleton, the second you get close to it, you see that the skeleton shifts in place. And let's see. It like moves in place and like shifts over. The skeleton doesn't like get up or anything like that, but it shifts in place and moves around and moves over. And a glowing orb emanates from the body, and it will go to try to shock you.
No.
This will be a 21 to hit.
Yeah. Is it an effect that requires a dex save? No.
Negative. No, it's just a shock. It's just a little lightning shock. You take 9 points of lightning damage down to 1 billion or whatever you do.
I'm not raging.
Yeah. Well, do you have the thing, or it's only when you're raging? Yeah.
I'm raging.
Okay, got it. So yeah, you take 9 points of lightning damage. And it will just continue to attack you unless you make an attack at it if you'd like.
Yes?
It's up to you. I don't know.
I mean, it's hurting me, so I'm gonna attempt to chop away at the glowy orb and...
Okay. Go for it.
But I'm not giving it advantage.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry. I rolled a 15.
15. 15, unfortunately, doesn't hit it. You, like, go to attack it, and, like zooms around in a circle. Seeing that you, like, attempted to attack it, it disappears.
That was weird. Just watch out for, electric ball things floating around.
Oh, okay. When Dazan, like, did he leave behind the amulet, or did it poof with him?
The amulet would have fallen to the ground.
Okay. Kinrava will go over and pick that up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Then
you
move
now
over
have
towards
a Shield Guardian amulet.
And she'll go over towards Leodun and just shrug her shoulders.
That's it on the body, though. You don't find anything outside of the strange thing that emanated from it when you kind of got close to it. I need you to roll a Investigation check for the room, though.
Say 4.
A 4!
Yep.
As you're like swinging
Oh
at this
my God.
lightning ball, you like are looking around, and now you're just like randomly swinging. And as you're randomly swinging, you're just trying to look around the room and swing and look and swing.
It looks like a room.
Watch out for those floating things. We're gonna go this way.
I want to go in and look at the mirror.
Okay.
Because of course I would.
Yeah, sure. Leodin, you get close to the mirror, and the second you get close to the mirror, out popping, you see a floating yellow orb, and it's coming straight for you.
And I cast Thunderwave.
Yeah. As it came out of invisibility, it will attack you. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
You take 8 points of zap damage.
Oh, zap damage.
Oh, for sure.
the best kind of damage.
And you, of course, can make your attack. Your thunder wave.
Can it make a con save, please?
It can. We'll attempt to, at least. With a 3.
Cool. So it needed to make a 14 in order to save.
Almost.
Ba-da-da-da. Almost. It was so close.
So
So
close.
it's going to take 2d8 of thunder damage, and it's also going to be pushed 10 feet away from me. And it takes 10 thunder damage,
Ooh.
Nice.
assuming that
Ooh.
it actually takes damage.
Sure. As a loud, cacophonous bang goes off in the room, you send like furniture flying, and you cause the creature to like go in and out of like blinking its light, basically, as it backs off a good 10 feet, and then it will go invisible. It will disappear.
Oh, go invisible.
No, it will disappear.
Gotcha.
All you do is push 10 feet
It's
away.
still there. Okay. Can I investigate the mirror?
Yeah, go for it.
Or does Alana want to go in the room first? Okay.
She probably pushed the door open to the room that she's in front of and then heard the loud bell go off.
She's slowly opening the door, and as she does, boom! And Olanu fucking jumps out of her skin, as if she had like set off a trap and thought like that was the last moment of Olanu's life.
It's fine. It was just one of those zappy things. And I got a 21.
Stairwell.
21 to investigate. You investigate it, and you see that this mirror probably could be used against a creature that you had recently fought, that uses its sight to cause whatever it looks at to turn to stone. You would note that there is no magical abilities in the mirror and nothing that seems to be out of place. But with that high of a roll, I'll give you a bit of information about the room. As you walk around, your booming spell caused a bit of noise to kind of happen, obviously, from around the room, but you also would have heard the clunk, clink, clunk of something invisible in the room on the other side.
Like, over here?
Yes, over there. As the clunk, clunk,
Hello?
clunk, you feel around the area. And as you feel around the area, you place your hands upon what feels like an invisible chest.
Is
I
it
will
about
say
my
it is
height
an invisible
chest or
treasure
like?
chest. Treasure chest.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
And I try and open the invisible treasure chest?
Sure, you do, as you search around for where it might be able to be opened, and you do not. You are unable to open a locked chest.
Figured. Does anybody have a key? Still have that other key?
She yells
Anybody? Do I still have a whole party?
Yeah.
Is anyone here? Did you leave me?
No, I still have the key from upstairs. What did I? Yeah, I have the
There
key
is an
list skills,
invisible
okay.
treasure. There's an invisible chest right here. I'm like tapping. And I can't open it because it's locked. And I can't break into it because I don't have thieves' tools. Parents always told me I needed them, and I never believed them.
I love the goldfish.
Goldfish is amazing.
I wish I could like put little like goldfish food and like act like I'm eating it.
If only you could get the sprinkles from the wizard hat.
Yeah.
I love when you can see the teeth. When you can see your teeth. It's the best.
The teeth is terrifying.
It's so
Teeth are
disconcerting.
terrifying.
No.
Okay.
Kin does have a key that she had found. Are you attempting to use said key?
The key I found at the top of the tower.
You found two.
You
Technically.
found
Oh.
2 keys now.
Oh, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Come on,
yeah.
Seth.
I'm sorry. I'm still like this from.
Seth literally has a fucking like gigantic bag of goodies that he's taken from this tower.
He's like, wait, we don't need more.
How is
Look,
he
this
supposed
is
to
my-
remember a small bronze key?
Look, this is mostly just books, okay? And I'm just like that.
I just
so,
take the
yeah,
key
yeah,
from her hand,
I give
and
the
I
key,
try
yeah,
and
give the key.
find where
Try and find the hole?
the lock would be.
Well,
no,
yeah.
I didn't actually say that. That was
Okay.
Trey.
We all know what you were thinking.
so, yeah, you fumble around for a bit as you attempt to find the hole, and as you do, you place the key inside and turn it, and you feel that it clicks open. As it clicks open, you can see inside that there is something that is visible. You see that
It's
inside.
basilisk, and I turn.
Wah.
It's a basilisk, and I
Oh, it's a
turn it.
basilisk. Yeah. You open it up, and inside is a leather-bound spell book that bears a rune on its spine, identical to the one that appears on the Shield Guardian's control amulet in the other area. As soon as you open it, and it touches the air, it disintegrates.
Yeah, of course.
God damn it, Ray.
Yes. None of
That's horrifying.
All right. Well, there was a spell book in here, but it's gone now. But it had that amulet
The chest
from.
The chest itself remains invisible. You note that the interior of the chest is strangely warm. You could contest to, or you could attest to it probably being around 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius for the rest of the world.
Oh wait, I touched it, so it can't be that.
What do you do?
Does anyone know why the inside of a chest would be warm?
It might be enchanted itself.
And I don't
to
mean
keep-
like mine. I mean like this one.
It might be enchanted itself to keep things. I don't really know why someone would make a chest to be.
Put my hand
think
in
they'd
it and
want to-
like feel inside.
It is
You'd think they
nice
wanted
and
to be
toasty
cold.
comparatively to the weather around you. Kinrava, as you're
That's
talking,
cool.
a light appears next to you and zaps you.
Yes.
That is a 13 to hit.
That hits.
The
Oh,
sentinel?
yeah.
You son of a bitch! I can't escape Sentinel!
I can't use a reaction on a surprise attack, can I?
No, unfortunately.
No.
It's just there. Okay, well, Jesus. Yeah, okay, Sentinel, do your thing.
The 16.
16 to hit, unfortunately does not hit! Ha ha
God.
ha! 10 points of lightning damage to the drow.
Oh. Okay.
What do you do?
That thing! That's the floating thing!
Why is Nemo hosting a D&D game? You can actually use your channel points to redeem a face change. There's a lot of stuff I can be. I can be Nemo. I think it's been about time to say goodbye to the fishy. I can be... Well, let's see. Come on. Ken, what would you like to do while this loads? Oh, I can be
I'm gonna
Gandalf.
cast magic missile at this thing. Screw its AC. Screw its AC.
I can be an orange.
Okay, so that's
Here we go.
4, 5,
Disturbing. There we go.
2. 4, 5, 2.
11.
You can be a worm.
Thank you. 11 points of force damage there.
11 points of force damage. All right. It takes the force damage, and haha, it's 11 points. It takes the damage and disappears.
No, it ain't. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire in the room.
Okay, well, it disappears first. Then you cast Fairy Fire. And it needs to make a save.
Yeah.
And it doesn't save. It reappears. What would you like it to reappear as?
It's just gonna... Whatever the hell it is, just covered in purple smoke.
Okay, so
Purple fire.
it's yellow light now emanates purple.
The worm is terrible.
I'm
I
gonna
like how my
cast
head wiggles.
Firebolt at it. Firebolt, yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, go for it.
Ew! No! Oh, I just saw the chat! Oh! No! Oh! No! Okay, change my channel. Oh. Yeah, Firebolt.
I don't like the worm.
I don't like the worm.
I don't like the worm.
19 plus 6.
What? Jeez, 25.
25. Yeah, 25 to hit.
Barely hits, yeah.
Okay, so 1d10.
Embrace the worm.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
horrible. That is 6 points of fire damage.
The wisp goes and
Bye,
dissipates.
Will-O-Wisp. Hateful.
Dick Rava
What?
All right.
doesn't like that. That's the chat.
You may continue on your quest to figure out why a box is warm. I don't like the way I said that.
Especially if you're still the worm.
I don't know, the box is
Just
warm.
gonna put that out there.
Oh no.
Figure out a way to get Imdra out of this tower.
Yeah, we should.
So, but again, why would a treasure chest be outside cool?
Do you wanna just
inside-
take the treasure
the
chest
outside
with
is
us?
cold to the touch, like as if you were touching like wood or a
Ice.
bit of metal.
Okay.
Do you want to just take the treasure chest with it?
I mean, no. More important is we take Imdra. I don't have the type. Sure, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Can I do some sort of check on just this treasure chest?
What are you trying to ascertain from
I
this invisible
want
object?
with what little magic knowledge I have, I want to try and figure out what I can figure out, but I don't like. I know.
I can get really far over the camera. Oh, look
I'm
at this.
trying to make it less broad, and I can't. I want to. She's very curious, and she's just wanting to know a little bit if she can see anything. Like she wants to try and see if she can investigate it somehow,
For
perceive
fuck's sake,
something about it.
Ray.
Like I know, I'm trying.
No, it's fine. You do everything that your everything to your heart's content with this this box, and unfortunately, all you get in your hands
It's invisible.
is a warm box.
Damn it.
Abel, while all this is going on, you hear Kinrava, "Damn you, Wisp!" from the other room. What are you doing as you walk up to the stoned Imdra?
I have pulled a table up next to her, and I'm just sitting on it, and I'm just sort of checking the rope to see if it's strong enough to possibly hold the statue.
It still seems pretty tight.
Trying to think how the hell we're gonna get her out of here. When that thunderous thunder wave went off, it scared the shit out of him.
Yeah.
But then I think he lead and yelled something like it was just a thing, so then he didn't go in there. But he's just waiting for them.
Okay.
I still need to check out that shrine you pointed out upstairs as well. So.
Olanu. What are you doing?
Lanu's gonna go over. She walks into the room next to Abel. Figure out how much this petrified version of Imdra weighs to see if maybe she could carry it.
I'm not an expert on marble statues, but I would assume that they weigh a fuck ton. It's a lot of weight. It is probably pushing your limit on weight, Olanu. Maybe even not. I don't know. You'd be on the border. But yes, Olanu, I could say that without a doubt, you can carry her, but that is about it. You are at your weight's limit if you're trying to pull her and carry her along.
I wonder...
Its weight increases by a factor of 10. So it multiplies its weight by 10.
Okay, so she is 1,000 and she was half elf. She's 1,080 pounds. 1,800 pounds.
God damn.
Give me a minute. Thing too, because I can.
Is that 180 times 10? Am I doing math?
Yep, 1,800.
Okay.
The only reason I know is because I just petrified one of my players. With a death tyrant.
Yeah, she was tall, Rob. She was the half elf that she's tall, muscular, badass. So I figured I'd take also her armor into account. So 180 is where I landed. Anyways, as you guys are assessing the situation, you hear a commotion from above. Ah! Ow. That hurt. What is this place?
Emily? Oh
Shh.
no, okay.
Shh. Somebody's talking.
We know you're up there.
We know you're down there. Ask them who they are. Who are you?
Why don't you tell us who you are?
She asked who we are. Don't tell her who we are.
We got
You sound
food.
so
We're not
handsome.
telling you.
And all I want to know, I just want to know your name.
My name's Mort. Don't tell him your name.
We got food.
What? Food? We have food. Olanu, as you look up the hole above you, leaning up like over the hole, You can see the face of what looks to be like a very hairy goblinoid-like creature looking down into the hole. Very large, like a humanoid size. And he goes, "You said you had food?"
How tall is the room?
It's like 10 feet up and then a 5-foot hole.
Just gonna kind of stand near the hole, looking up and grab him by the throat and try to pull him down.
15 feet up? You're gonna jump 15 feet?
Trying.
I'm try. I am gonna leap twice my height and more.
We'd be willing to share food.
You jump up in the air and he's like, "Huh!" and he just like backs away.
We'd be willing
away,
to share food.
Yeah, as you say that, the rope begins to be pulled up from where you are. No, they can't get up.
Hell yeah.
I cast levitate on
Begin,
myself.
so I can grab it.
You can attempt to grab it, sure. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
15.
Oh.
Okay, you're able to grab it. Now roll a strength check to rip it away from him.
Pleasure.
You're gonna pull them down here too.
Make sure. That I don't think I have advantage on this. So that is a.
I think that's enough
17.
time on the worm. How much?
17.
17! Unfortunately, you begin to get pulled up into the next room.
Works too.
You continue holding on?
Yes.
All right, Olanu, you start to get heaved up as you can hear like a lot of struggling coming from the next room. And as you get pulled up through the hole, they're like, "Aha, we got one!" And they're pulling. You can see now, standing in front of you, 6 bugbears that are tugging on a rope. And you get pulled into the room, and two of the bugbears grab your arms on either side and pull you up over the ledge. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
God damn it.
Free hostage! They staked.
I wish they didn't do that.
All right.
Oh no.
Guys, if you are watching on YouTube, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. It was a hell of a lot of fun. Toralix with 1,000 freaking bits! You absolute madman or woman or whoever you may be. Thank you very much for joining us and tossing all these bits at us today. The support has been unbelievable.
He's been dropping 500 bombs.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. Toralix, thank you so much, man. That is so awesome of you. Seriously, so awesome of you. We leave on a fun note. A tribe of bugbears has seemed to make their way into the group. Oh my gosh, and now we even have a gifted sub, Secret Owl LVL by way of Cav58. Thank you, Cav, for the gift sub, and welcome, Secret Owl, to the Nat1 family. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much for joining us. I'm gonna hang out with the chat on Twitch. Guys, if you're not already joining us live on Twitch, you absolutely should. It's so much fun. As you can see here, all these guys talking. We got tons of stuff going on before and after the stream. You should definitely hit us up, and it's super fun. So thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week. Keep being your best self. Bye, guys.